Good evening everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday so far. Lovely to be here. Let me swap on over to the main scene, put the music on. There we go. Oh, we don't need a camera on at the moment because they're not here at the moment. So there we go, pop that there. Good evening everyone, how are you? How's your weekend been? Drasilia, Darkwing, first, second and third, Cromcake, Dayoka, Sakairox, Clap TV, Adrios, Aspie Savage, Sammy, Kavinprod, Canby Sama, and Elahoof. Good evening, one and all. Lovely to have you all here. How is everyone? How's your weekend going? Good evening, Juice of Soon. Lovely to have you here too. How goes the world of gold making for everyone? Hopefully lots of brilliant mailboxes. Commander Bond and Fit Terrain, good evening to you. Oh wow, Omnus, thank you so much with your brand new Prime. Welcome to the Samadan squad, lovely to have you here. A whole lot of emotes, excuse me, for you to use as you will. Covenants and factions galore, all that sort of stuff. Thank you so much. And Clint XD, thank you so much for the follow as well. That's brilliant, thank you. Keep up with the golds after joining a raiding guild after it's a bit slow your end. So that's absolutely fine, Derek. As long as you're having fun, that's always the main thing. Thank you so much, Alma. That's very, very kind of you. And Philippa, good evening. Hinter Hyler, sorry. Good evening to you too. How's everyone doing? Lots of gold, I hope. We have the Wowhead blog. It went live just before I started, so that should be live already. Wowhead, I've got the command ready for that, so we can go and talk about that in a bit. I might as well bring this on over so we can at least have a look and get ourselves set up. We'll let people come in first, give it a bit of time and chat to everyone, see how everyone is, and take it from there after that. Let's just leave it on there for the moment. There we are. Reworked your dynamic crafting and pricing strings. Now the gold is flowing a little better than before. Oh, fantastic, Aspie Savage. So what kind of, do you use like one main operation for most of your stuff? Oh, have I just lost internet straight away? Hold on. Let me just wait, see if that comes back. No, there it is. My OBS just went completely dead on me for a minute. I'm hoping it's coming back. There we go, it's better. Sakairox, thank you so much.
Just subscribed. Hello Sam, let's start get those juicy golds.
Let's get those juicy golds, indeed. Lovely to have you, thank you so much, that is amazing. 2 months with your Prime, that is absolutely brilliant, thank you. In my OBS, I just looked at it and it went red with 0 kilobytes, and that was like, okay, that's not a good idea. And then it seems to have come back, so fingers crossed that's all right. Doing lots of leather farming, are you? Fantastic. And Mushy, good afternoon, good evening to you. How's the little addition to your house? I've seen the photos on the Discord. Looks very handsome fella. The light, is that lighting is perfect? That's all right. And good evening, Lizard. Hope you're doing well. I'm back. Okay. You do one profile with all professions. Ah, interesting, Aspie Savage. Interesting. Having something that works for all of that is a good idea. I can understand why. Wow, Zanzaful. Kicking off the hype train. Good evening, Zanzaful. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much. Gifting it to Mushy, no less. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have I seen Discord? Yes, I have. It was absolutely lovely. That's very kind of you. No more ads. And thank you for the shout out, Darkwing, as well. That's brilliant. From what's selling, crafting more stock, and for those that sell more with thinner margins. Okay, sounds good.
Subscribed. We have an anniversary, baby.
We do. Wow. 16 months. That is amazing. Thank you, Will, and getting that hype train going. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you. And creatives as well.
3043 CZ just subscribed. Merry Christmas, happy holidays and happy new year.
Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you so much. That is brilliant. Andy Key, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. That is amazing. Thank you all. Yeah, have good use for that, definitely. How are we calling the baby? Yes. You have a new hat now, indeed. You got the green hat now. There we are. And Dutchman coming straight in with your 5 months as well. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Lovely to see so many familiar faces and new faces. And passing on the love. Callus. Yeah, that could work. Callus is hiding at the moment. That is brilliant. Thank you so much, one and all. That is brilliant. Thank you. Let me just pop more emotes in, because that's better. There we go. Wow. Can be summer. Giving out a sub. Thank you so much. That is really nice of you. Thank you. Directions PvP. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Just using this box for the first in the living room. Oh, excellent. Petro sounds like he's completely settled in then. Fantastic. That is brilliant. I've sent on Discord your small cat. We'll have to have a look.
G Pabble just subscribed. Good evening, smiley face.
G Pabble, thank you so much. Smiley face to you too. That is brilliant. Thank you so much. And Natty, wow, gifting a sub as well. That is amazing. Wouldn't mind a gift tub. Yeah, that would be quite good, wouldn't it? A new tub. Cats are not on playing terms yet, so full guarding. Right, okay, hopefully over time that'll be fine. It's taken a while with the kittens and Oreo. Cookie still doesn't really like the idea of other people around her, other kittens around her, or cats around her for that matter. So Cookie's a work in progress, certainly. It's amazing, Darkwing, it really is. Thank you all for people who are gifting subs and who are doing regular subs and prime subs and everything. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you. Can't believe it's already a hype level 3 trainer. We've barely started the stream. Thank you all. That is absolutely brilliant. I've got the Wowhead blog here. We'll go through that in a moment. There's plenty of time though. Give everyone a chance to come in and say hello. And I was going to look at the Discord for the cat pictures. Hold on. Let me go down. There we are. There's the handsome fella. Looking lovely. A little nervous there, perhaps, in that photo. Just these massive. Looks fantastic there. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations on your new addition to your family, Lizard and Mushy. I hope you have lots of fun times with them. Flipping herbs is expensive. It can be. Yeah, I saw Xanthophal's tweet from earlier. That was a lot of money you spent, Xanthophal. I hope it works all out for you. That is a lot going through, definitely. But definitely. I will recognise the breed. Oh, really? Is it a specific breed then? Is it? Already going quite well. Just chump change. Of course, Sansafull, of course. There was, I'm sure I saw one of them. There was at least over 1 million gold just in purchasing one lot, which is pretty amazing to say the least. Throwing that money in, but you need to when you're having a lot of big sort of flips and investments and things like that. It really does help to have a large pool of gold to be able to draw on, definitely. Yeah, one was just shy of, yeah, that's a lot, definitely. Just got into it since you finally have enough gold to actually spend. Hit 7 million after this past reset. Very nice, yeah. You took the last spot on Xanthophal's gift list. Fantastic, Darkwing. There we go. Thank you all. That is amazing. Thank you all for that hype train. How is everyone? How has your weekend been so far? Now you've seen him. A big part is Turkish fan. Oh, really? I've not heard of that before. I spent around 6 million on herbs. That is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of herbs. Yeah, definitely. No, you hadn't heard of it before today either. No. Widow Bloom's expensive. Yes, it is. Kozakov, good evening to you as well. 100 gold each is a bargain on my server. Yeah, there's a lot. I did buy a fair amount up on Awakening earlier today. It was a reasonable price for me. I think it was just about 100 gold for me. So I was definitely happy with that as well. It's just trying to get that balance, especially with alchemy, is to make sure that your herb prices and your potion prices are matching each other. So hopefully we should be alright there. And it's annoying to farm the Widow Bloom as well, as Will said. Although that route I tried in Maldraxxus, is it Widow Bloom? No, that's Marrow root. Thinking of the wrong thing. Widow Bloom, I haven't tried the route actually. And that's Revendreth. I was thinking of the wrong place. But that is brilliant. Leave alchemy to the group who's cornered it on your server and go for the inscription route. Yep, definitely. You've got a couple of options, definitely. Thank you all for that amazing hype train. That was absolutely brilliant. Hype train emotes being dished out to everyone. Thank you all. That is brilliant. You're wonderful people. It's better than Maldraxxus at least. Yes, exactly. Here for Flask keep bringing the price of them up to around 200 gold in your server. Wow, that is really expensive. 200 gold, definitely. There we go. All the emotes being passed out. That is brilliant. Thank you all. And gift wrapping, Samadan and gift wrapping. Johnny Depp, that's brilliant. Nice chill Sunday. That's fantastic. We're having a very relaxed, well, kind of enforced relaxed Christmas this year. But I get quite stressed around Christmas time. I find the whole presents, seeing people, anxiety sort of is very real, definitely. So it's nice that we're having a more subdued one this year. Even though we don't really have much of a Christmas anyway, really, to be honest. But it's nice to spend time with the family, certainly. Hype Up servers, you run into that less often, but the weekend is no man's land. Anything can happen. Yes, that's true, actually. That's very true. At the weekend, everyone comes out to play, certainly. Shall we talk about the Wowhead blog and stuff we got at the moment? Blame Charles Dickens. Yes, basically. The workday week and the weekend. That's where it all started. So first up this week is Aurorus has been doing some fantastic work. If you don't know Aurorus is the amazing person behind the Undermine Journal, amongst other things. And they've done a new web kind of... is it an app or is it a website? I'm not sure what to call it exactly, but it is... I'd call it an app, really. The Oribos Exchange is basically, if you took the auction house and the Undermine Journal and put them together, and this would be, I think, this would be a fantastic auction house add-on that takes the standard auction house and gives you all the data from the Undermine Journal and all the fancy search options and things like that, and gives you a very good idea of prices and things as part of the whole interface. This is what I imagine it would look like. Absolutely brilliant. Because what you'd have here is, this is the kind of like the look of it at the moment is basically you. This is on the web, so you have to go on to put in your realm and do a search for things like you would on the auction house normally, and then you have an integrated graph that gives you your 13-day history with the quantity below it. Really nice sort of integration of the WoW style plus the graph data that you get on the Undermine Journal. Yeah, cross between Auctionator and TSM. It looks really nice, and this would be a really good visual idea for people, you know, who wanted to get. If you had like a just tick in the auction house for advanced options or something like that, and anyone could look at this, this would be lovely, I think. Of course, a lot of people wouldn't necessarily use it, but it would be brilliant, definitely. But as a website itself, you just need to go to the Oribos Exchange here, and then you can go and search for your realm. If I went all the way down, probably just go to Shadow Song, Shadow Council, Shadow Song EU, and we have a search for, well, probably let's go look containers and bags, and search for bags, and then we have a look at slots and have a look at the lightless salt pouch and look at the price of those and get this little graph along here, and the averages of the numbers, how many is available, and what the comparison is on all the other realms as well. You know, am I high or am I low? What are the rest like? And order it by price. So which realm's got the cheapest one on? Lots of really nice things you could do here in terms of just doing research on things. Really good for pets as well. If I go back further down, there's a oh yeah, it also includes like a filter for ignore varieties if you're just looking for a certain amount of transmog or something like that. Certain expansions, you can just limit it to certain expansions, which is really useful. An excellent idea if you want to seek out new realms. Exactly, that's the main thing I'm thinking about. Yeah, to have it in game would be fantastic, but having it here as a website is just brilliant, because you can look out. There's a favorite system. Battle Pet Tool tips include level and stats as well, so you can look at the level of pets, and then you can have a look at where they are on other realms. Like what's this? Let's look for Battle Pets Dragonkin. Let's just search for all of them here. Let's go for something expensive. The Sprite Data Hatchling. Have a look at this. See a little picture of it, and then you can see, okay, this has been at the moment 55,000 on this server, but where could I put this? Could I put that in a different server? Like Isira, it's 18,000. Maybe I bought it on there and sold it here. I mean, I am Samadan's the most expensive. There's a few here up at 56. Suramar, Moonglade. There's a few more here at 55. But it gives you a nice idea. What's the median is 37,000. So you probably go and say, okay, I'm going to buy this on Isira. There's 6 of them there. Last time it was scanned, I'll pick up those at 18,000 and go and put them on this one or something like that. Really nice. Really like that. Oh, I missed a few people coming in there. Thank you, Jimmy Certified and Cato Pedro for the follows. Lovely to have you here. That is absolutely amazing. There we go. Yeah, I think it's a really nice, nice clean version of what, you know, it's the Auction House Plus. It's the Auction House plus the Undermine Journal, all integrated into one thing. It's a really nice tool. So I could see if you are the sort of person that wants to go into multiple realms, this is definitely useful. If you're the sort of person that wants to look for certain transmog, and because it also has this include out of stock option, so you can see, okay, well, when was the last time this was in stock? Maybe it's a certain piece of transmog that I'm looking for, but it's only, and then you can see what server it's actually available on, and then you can go and buy it from there and learn the transmog on that side. There's a whole load of stuff here. Want to buy early bird access to info like this? Well, I'm sure if you are a member of Auroras's Patreon, you'd get access to stuff like that. There's a link to the Patreon page here. So if you do like things like this, please do consider supporting Auroras, who does amazing work already on the Undermine Journal. And this is just a second thing that is absolutely brilliant. So there's lots of potential here, I think, in terms of just looking at things, looking at what your price is and how it compares with the server. Oh, you mean the blog? Oh, right, okay. I see. Well, this is early access. Is mainly, most of this stuff comes from Reddit mainly. So I would say look at Reddit first. This is where most of my information comes from, and then it's extra things that I pull in from various other people and things like that over time. But yeah, it's good, and I definitely would recommend this. And then the next topic was an interesting one. Best mindset for gold making. This was a really interesting one, I thought, because it's how do you think like a goblin? Someone starting out, or someone not sure what their approach to gold making is, and how would they up their gold making game, or do something differently, or try to find a way that either makes them more gold or has more fun or something like that, certainly. And the number of responses was brilliant looking at this. Mainly the big thing, be positive, have fun. Those kind of things are a given, I would say, and are really worth just having in your mind before you do anything. Is, am I enjoying this? Is it fun? Arnota, thank you so much for the raid. That is amazing. How are you, Arnota? Hope you're feeling better. Lovely to have you here, and welcome everyone. We're just going through the Wowhead blog at the moment, so we've got just the right time. Welcome all. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Herinfi, Tigress. Thank you, Darkwing, for the Arnota shout out. And Nadachi, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. How was your stream, Arnota? Hope all is good. Feeling much better than last week, finally getting over this cold. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Kind of getting ready for Christmas. It's coming up rapidly, so hopefully we'll be all ready. But thank you so much for the raid, it's very kind of you. Soho Pixie, good evening to you. Happy Sunday to you as well. I'm doing great, thank you, Nadachi. Thank you also, Darkwing, for the shout out there for Soho as well. Red Jenny, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. It's very kind of you. Thank you, Darkwing. Let me just make sure that's all done. There we go. So yeah, just before the raid, we were talking about the Wowhead blog. We first off started talking about this great extra website by Aurora's, the Oribos Exchange, which we've just been having a look at it. Looks really nice, with all these different graphs integrated into the auction house interface on a website, which is really nice in terms of if you all need to do research into certain items and things like that. It is. You do it very well, thank you.
Karali just subscribed. Guten Abend, Samadan.
Guten Abend, P. Gates. Lovely to have you here. How are you, Karali? Thank you so much for your Prime. That is brilliant. Stream was great. Trying to find some easy leveling strats, making alt armies, trying out some of WOD, and it's nice. Oh, excellent! It's nice. It's nice that you've got that freedom of choice. I really like it. Definitely. Big Xmas bonus. Thank you. All that is brilliant. And that is live now. Yes, it is, Mushy. This is live now. If you go to well, extra kitten for videos. Well, all the kitten videos get automatically put on the internet because that's my there's a quota. You have to feed the internet kittens. That's kind of like the internet law. As the Undermined Journal isn't updated for Shadowlands, there's a few things that is I think the Undermined Journal has had a few problems with, certainly. So this is this is live, the Oribos Exchange. This is me on it live now. Movie, hello to you. I hope you're doing well. Good evening. Lovely to have you here. I'm going to take a nap. Have an amazing rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Arnota. Definitely lovely to have you here, and thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Doing that too. A lot of fun having an unlimited choice of where to level. Yeah, definitely. It is really nice. I think the whole Threads of Fate for alts in Shadowlands and the whole Chromie time stuff for general leveling is a really, really good idea. Doubly so, definitely. So I think it's turning out to be good times for World of Warcraft at the moment. And if you look at the stock options, then it's certainly doing well for Blizzard and Activision. So this was definitely good. And then we started talking about the best mindset for gold making. So we're talking about having fun, making sure you have fun. That was one of the key things. How often does it refresh? Is where you can bookmark certain materials you want to look up often. Yes, there is a favourite system. So if you went and looked for Eternal Crystals, that's it, because it's in Battle Pets. Let's look at that in everything. Look at internal crystals. You can add this to favourites, and then you've got your favourites here. Eternal crystals are there, and then we can see the price of those is going down, 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 down. It's flattened out at 3,500 at the moment. Wise Ganjaf, thank you so much. 2 months That is brilliant. Thank you so much. Your support is amazing. Thank you. Some emotes in. And for you as well, Corelli. I missed your emotes as well. Okay, let's pop some more in. There we go. Throw some more in. Thank you both. In terms of how often it's updated, let's have a look. 186 available. Last updated 9 minutes ago. Next update 54 minutes away. So it actually tells you when the next update's going to be, which is really nice. So that's another good feature. So it looks like, I would say, on the out every hour roughly, something like that. Tegnara, good evening to you. How are you doing? Lovely to have you here. 60 minutes is the API, which would make sense because it'll be calling on the API much like all the other stuff. WoW token price down to 157. I saw it 155 earlier. It's nice to see this 10-day history of the token price as well. Actually, that's a nice little integration. It probably could do with evening out a little bit here because it's floating on this big sort of like just a ripple, whereas it could probably do with a little bit more scaling. I think would be quite nice. I think there, if you could do that, that would be good. And Technarrow, thank you so much. 15 months. That is amazing. Long time support. Thank you so much. I've got holiday emotes for you as well. That is brilliant. So many people coming in here and supporting the stream is absolutely brilliant. Thank you. That is absolutely brilliant. So we were talking about thinking like a goblin was the next topic, and then we were talking about don't tunnel vision on any particular methods. Always be exploring new strategies, which is one of the things I like to talk about is diversity. There's always more efficient operation. You know, finding out cheaper materials, how to get cheaper materials, and now find a way to produce it faster or sell it faster. Produce it cheaper or sell it faster. Undercuts happen, don't stress about them. There's some really good advice throughout here. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't listen to the sort of the more clickbaity titles. Yes, they're great success stories and they're ones to draw inspiration from, but then think about what you can do yourself consistently and go from there. Let me just make sure I'm not AFK for a minute. There we go. And then finding the balance of what's right for you is important. Remember, you don't have to do it the same as everyone else. It's your journey, and do what you feel you want to do, and what you get value in is the big one here. You know, the time you put into it, your previous experiences, opportunity, timing, and luck, and diversify is kind of like key things to think about as a gold maker. So some really good ideas there. So I highly recommend having a look at that thread. The link to the main thread is here, and have a look through the sort of all the tips and advice that various people have been very happily sharing here. I would certainly recommend that one. And then this was an interesting thing that happened this week. It's only really for UK people, so if you're not from the UK, this probably doesn't apply to you at this point, but the game time options on the Blizzard shop in the UK, you only now have 60 days as an option. You don't have 30, 90 and 180, which you used to have. Much the same as you have with the subscription model. The subscription model hasn't changed, that's still the same. This is just for when you want to buy game time with Battle.net balance or cash, like when you're going to gift it to someone, or if you happen to have a large amount of gold that you've turned into Battle.net balance, and then you want to buy your game time in the most efficient way possible, which was in 6-month chunks. In fact, I'd only just done it myself a couple of weeks ago. So now this is just fixed to 60 days game time. Now I think this is the same as what's been offered in shops, and so I don't know whether this is an EU thing, a Brexit thing, or whether it's a new modelling system on Blizzard's part. I have no idea, but it does mean it's probably just as efficient to use your token to turn straight into game time as it would be to accrue Battle.net balance and pay for it that way. There's no real difference either way. Shops only offer the 60-day cards. Okay, got it. So it's strange, isn't it? I mean, I guess it does line up for what is available on shops. so maybe it is something to do with that. But it does remove us that option of getting it cheaper, because it was about sort of 880 or 890 if you go the every 6 months model rather than 999, which is what it is every month. So it just means our gold doesn't go quite as far. And then we've already had things like the Canadian price change, and isn't there another one as well? You can still buy one token for 1 month game time. Yes, I believe you can. Will, because that's kind of part of when you buy. I won't buy one now actually, because I want to save my gold for the moment. But yes, I believe that's still the case. Is you can still buy a month game time with a token, definitely. Are we talking about tokens? Yes, Chavdar, specifically for the UK and game time, and the way they've changed it to just be 60 days game time now, rather than a choice of 30, 90 and 180. Whereas I think in other regions you can do this, you can still do the 30, 90 and 180 options, definitely. So it's strange. I wonder if this is the start for other regions and others are going to follow suit, or if this is just going to be a UK only thing. I'm not so sure. And good evening, Chapter. Hope you're doing well. You get that as well. Okay. Might have to buy your Shadowlands game time up front. You can choose €13 or 30 days only. Yeah, so I can get. I think if I get a token, then I get those two options, and then when I've got BattleNet balance, then I can say, okay. Normally, I use it. I save up several tokens worth over time and put it all onto BattleNet balance, and then just buy the appropriate amount of game time. Yeah, it might go the same way. We'll see if this is just the start of it. Certainly, it's interesting. It does remove options, certainly, but I guess if you want to be cost effective, you still have the option of paying actual money, and that is still cost effective, paying for that in 6 month chunks, as always. Yeah, we'll have to see. So to watch that space. Then the other thing I wanted to talk about this week was another website. This one's the Gadgetston Times, which is a web application that calculates the profits of crafted items for each profession. So if you're looking to, this is by Neeloth TGT, if you're thinking of going into a certain profession and you want to see what the prices are like on your server, you don't even have to bother with API keys or anything like that. You can simply go onto this website, search for your language, and then search for your server, which will be on here. Where's Shadow Song? Probably up here somewhere. There it is. I saw it a minute ago. Shadow Song. And then you can have a look at the profession. So you can have a look at, say, alchemy. Say, is alchemy really worth it at the moment? You look at the profit rating. You order it by profit rating here. So currently, Shade Stones, Spiritual Rejuvenation Potions are doing well in Balmer's Oil. So basically, a profit value of 1 means no profit. Anything above 1 means more profit. So it takes the crafting cost off of that. So anything below 1 is not a profit. And this is based off the prices of the herbs and the materials now versus what they're going for at the moment since the last scan, which was the same as the API 9 minutes ago. So you mean to buy the 6 month from the shop? Yes, that's right, Chavdar. So this is nice. This is another nice website. So we've got a couple of really good ones this week. The Oribos Exchange, with all of the sort of token prices and all the different searching of things and having the graph inside. And then you've got the Gadgetston Times, looking at professions and seeing what's profitable in terms of professions, and then seeing there's some interesting profit ratings on jewel crafting. Versatile Lace Stripe Band is a very good profit at the moment. selenium necklace and various things here. Obviously, how much detail this goes into, I'm not sure exactly, but in terms of like calculating the cost, I haven't looked into how that is worked out. Because obviously, once you get into a profession and then you work out, okay, how can I make this more efficient? How can I get my materials the cheapest way possible? And that's where you can turn a non-profitable profession into a profitable one. So I don't know how this one factors in million prospecting. That's not clear at this point. It was probably, if I was to take a guess, would be to be based on the materials required to craft it, and then the prices of those on the auction house. Working programming, got some time off. Yeah, I think so, basically. Everyone's putting their skills to good use, definitely. So some really nice things this week, definitely. So that's pretty much the main thing for the Wowhead blog this week. So key things is a couple of really good websites to look at. I highly suggest bookmarking those. Something to think about sort of how to think like a gold maker, and then this changes to the UK game time, which may or may not trickle out as well. You still have the choice in Canada, do you, Panoramic? Okay. At the new increased price, yeah, because it increased, didn't it? That was the main problem. Excuse me one moment, let's blow my nose. So, what I'll do is I'll park the blog for now. So if you are following at the moment, if you are in the blog, hold on. If you're in here and you're having a look and you want to ask any questions, please do come on through to the mainstream. And me or anyone else will more than happily answer your questions. So I'll pop that here, and then we can carry on with our gold making. Going to open up some mailboxes, have a look at the gold I've made since, when was this? Wednesday. This will be. I've had to open up a few bits and pieces just to give myself some capital before, but should have a decent amount in at least a couple of them. I relisted everything on earlier, so I'll have a look here as I happen to be by the mailbox anyway. Game Cat, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. How's your weekend of gold making been? Right, so this is the big mailbox, the starter one. I've got, wow, it's gone even bigger since I last looked at it. 267,000. It's exactly 100 mails in that one. Less than 3. Muffet, how are you? Lovely to have you here. I did take a couple of them out earlier just to make room, because I needed to actually spend some more money to reinvest in and restock on some of these. One of the big ones from earlier, this one, the Enchanted Heavy Callous Hides, that's 115,000. It looks great in the mailbox, but obviously that's not all profit. That's actually a small amount of profit, considering how much you have to invest in the callous hide to get the Enchanted Heavy Callous Hide. So that's one you always have to be very careful of when you're looking at that. We've got a few other bits and pieces. Some bags, as always, are doing well. Shirts are doing well. A bit of food's doing quite good. Surprisingly palatable feast. Spineflin souffle and fries. Enchanted Lightless Silk, we've sold some more of that. Again, not a huge profit margin on those. Less than 100 gold per item, so it's really, it looks good, but it requires a lot of gold to go into it as well. And then, what else we got down the bottom? Shrouded cloth sandals and things like that. Alright, I'll just take a couple of screenshots of these, because I'll need these for later in the week. Let's look at the Hydrol Expedition bag, that was there. That's the second one. And then the Callous Hide was there. I have to do a third one just to get to the end. There we go. We'll grab that. We'll open up those. So we've gone right down to 350,000. We were at about 600 odd thousand. So this will help at least rebuild the mailbox up, certainly. Not really doing gold making this week, and a lot of battlegrounds and upping the Venari rep. Yeah, it takes a while, the Venari rep, definitely. I know that feeling well, but good to have you here nonetheless. The Gold Queen, how are you? Lovely to have you here. Doing well with cooking and enchanting, not so much with leatherworking, jewel crafting and so on. Yeah, enchanting for me and cooking, I would say, are definitely good ones on my books as well, definitely. So I'm glad you've got some Queen of the gold, indeed. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And Devin, good evening to you. Excuse me. Yeah, the lumberjack shirt. I haven't got all the shirts actually. There's one I'm missing. I might need to make sure I'm making all of those. But that was brilliant. That was it's got me back up to 615,000. We're earning 389,000 gold per hour according to Titan Panel. So let's see if we can keep that going for now. I'll jump through my other characters and check on their mailboxes. So Samadan's doing well. We'll need to go through and just check on his relisting of auctions in a moment anyway. But I'll collect up the gold first, just so that we can have some capital to work with. Noticing less of a Christmas rush than last year. Perhaps there'll be will be more close to Christmas Eve. Do you think so? I think what with all the news from yesterday about people only being able to see people on the actual Christmas day, I got a feeling that it's going to be very much a subdued Christmas this year, which is fine by me. I was saying earlier how I find it quite anxious getting with the run up towards Christmas. So for me, a quiet Christmas is a good Christmas. I'm quite happy with that. What could do with honour to make some gold as someone that loves to PvP? If I myself capped at 15,000 honour all the time and have no idea what to spend it on. I don't know whether this is cost effective or not, Devin, but can you buy any epic gear and disenchant it into eternal crystals? I don't know if that's cost effective or not. That was just an idea. I would say definitely look into it perhaps. And Dutch get super drunk and buy outlandish stuff on Xmas Eve. You watch. Oh, really? We have a very, very quiet Christmas Eve. We like to have a nice steak meal or something like that as a family, and play board games. Lots and lots of board games in our family. Sell arena carries. That's a good idea, actually. Mimo, I like that one. No idea if they eventually go epic or not. Yeah, because you know you can go up to 190, can't you? But that would probably be an expensive way of doing it. I'm not sure if that's actually a good idea. Oh, wow, another big mailbox here as well. 137,000. So Alchemy's doing well. Now this is BFA Alchemy and Shadowlands Alchemy. So I've got both of them here. Flask of the Currents, Endless Fathoms, and Phantom Fire is a new one. So a mix of, there's Embalmer's Oil in there. I had to take a couple of the bigger mailboxes out earlier because I restocked on this earlier today. So this isn't quite all of it, definitely. So I'll just grab that. That's everything there anyway, so I'll just grab all of that. Add that into our list, there we go. A couple of times, yeah, I think the costs are like 4,000 to 5,000 honour, so that's probably not very cost effective then, given the time it probably takes you to do that. You may get better ideas elsewhere with that one. Or you also don't have enchanting this character. That's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I guess the other thing, like the others were saying, is arena carries and things like that. You save tons of money by not drinking alcohol. Definitely so, Hopexy. I can certainly testify to that one. Worth nothing to be fair, but maybe not often constantly, but better than just letting it sit there. One of the first days of Twitchmas to be watching stream. On the second day of Twitchmas, I'll be watching more. Fantastic. Alright, have you got any more sales coming through? I'll probably have to do a rescan on you anyway. Do I start doing that now? Yeah, I'll probably do a cancel scan on you now. As we are at the start of the evening, there will be people doing their various dungeons and mythics and things, and will need their potions. So let's make sure that they have them, and then make sure they can get them from me. Would be the two ideal requirements there. So we'll grab those, take those off. How much Shadow Core oil have I sold yet? I don't think there's a huge amount at the moment, Mushy, looking at this. It's not massive on my list. I've still got some here. I've got a good 86 here that's going on. Maybe it's quite competitive at the moment. I've sold 27 Shadow Core oil for an average of 135 gold. So not a massive seller compared to the other potions. From the looks of things, certainly. And then, why is that Brutosaur got the same colour as the Shadow Priest skin? That's interesting. I'm sure that's not meant to happen. I don't think my Brutosaur does that when I'm in Shadow Spec. Let's jump onto some other characters and have a look at what we got. A Voidosaur, yeah, definitely. I don't normally see that. Yeah. Is it a glyph? Memory of the long boy. Ah, right, okay. Ah. So that makes your mounts go the same void form. Ah, that's brilliant. You're up to 4. Is that, yeah, 4,114. Wow, that's loads, mushy. Absolutely loads. It's probably the best seller in your realm. Sold at 1,000 as well, Devon. Well, okay. Yeah. I should post it more often. Yeah, that's maybe the thing, is because I literally will post on once, maybe twice a day with my alchemist. So it probably does get undercut quite frequently. I don't tend to like just keep going back on and relisting things. Let's have a look. So how are we doing here? 42,000 in missives, a couple of glyphs. Don't have many glyphs, but they are selling. And a Soul Keeper's Spire is also good, so we'll take that as well. We're very close to 800,000 here. This is a good start. Again, probably going to need to do a council scan on these, because inscription is a competitive market. So we'll go through here. Been undercut on a fair few bits and pieces. Why that column is 12,000, I'm not sure. But we'll take them off and pop them back on at a sensible price, hopefully. We'll see what my operation does. Take those. That was the wrong one. Where's the mailbox gone? There it is. Right, let's take all of those off. Bring back the mobile auction hat. That would be nice, definitely. Wise Ganjaf, definitely. I never really used it when it was available, but I can see how a lot of people did use it when they were out and about. And let's go through here. Pop those on. Hopefully we can get some sales. Have I got anything coming in at the moment? Not expecting anything, no. Okay, so let's go on through. How are we doing? 797. Maxed out all my professions. Close, Delphana, close. Blacksmithing needs a bit of work. It's only at 68 at the moment. And some are very near maximum, but not quite. Like, I think leatherworking here is 96. Still need to max out fishing, herbalism, and mining. Herbalism's nearly there, and mining is close, but not quite. 1.2 million later, and you're covered for game time through all of Shadowlands. That is brilliant, Crumcake. It's a good time to do it. I mean, with the token price being 157 at the moment, definitely. Right, how are we doing here? Okay, oh, we sold an uncanny gear. That's good. Now, Shadebound Shadow Scale. Shadebound's there. What I'm looking for is any of the item level 50 stuff. Can't see any that's in my list here at the moment. I'll have to look at that elsewhere, but 13,000 here. Not huge compared to the other mailboxes, but getting some sales anyway is good. So I'll take those as well. Getting rid of the uncanny gear is quite nice though, definitely. 74 enchantments to make again. Good luck. It always takes a while, definitely. 115 in NA. Wow, that's even better. Really good. 750,000 gold per hour at the moment. If only. Right, let's just have a look here. We're in Borealis, because if those that need any Expulsum, there's a world quest at the moment for 5 Expulsum. So highly recommend, if you want some Expulsum, head over to Borealis and grab some. What was the website I'm using to check the auction house prices? It was called the Oribos Exchange. It's in the Wowhead blog this week, so have a look in there. I'll go from there. Mimo, thank you so much for the follow as well. There we go. That's the one that has the link to the Oribos exchange we were talking about earlier in the blog, certainly. I was just going to check my auction, see if there's anything coming in at the moment, but there isn't. I'm not going to do a cancel scan on these either, so I'll just leave them to run their course. Not doing any daily cooldowns at the moment either, so looking quite interesting in our transmog for El Morte here. Mainly as herb miners, we're looking at ways to use that to make enough gold to get wild tokens. Well, it's definitely doable. You can get a decent amount of gold per hour just going around and doing herbalism and mining together. I know Will can definitely testify to that, who's been doing that exclusively since the start of Shadowlands, and has had, was it over 1 million already, I think, Will? Let's have a look. Not a huge amount here. Ceremonious gauntlets, ceremonious sabatons. Now these ones, the helm and the greaves, are at a higher price because these are the ones that I downgraded to level 50, I believe. I'll have to check. There's no easy way of seeing in the tooltip here as to what level thing actually sold. The only way I can actually do it is if I go here. I've been fiddling with my groups earlier today, and what I do is have a separate group for selling the downgraded item level 50 stuff. And so if I look here, and I can see, yep, there's still one on the auction house for each of those, so that is currently correct. Let me just double check that. Sabatons, sold those for 2,000, that's good. That's coming through in a moment. So if I go back to that group and have a look, just make sure that that's all correct. That's selling 50, okay. So you're saying 3, 4 in the auction house, 2 in the auction house. You're saying none of the helm on the auction house, and you've got 3 on. So this is slightly less useful to me because it's including the other ones as well. Once TSM can start doing Crafter's Mark stuff, that's going to be very useful. At the moment though, doing things manually is the way forward. So the Ceremonious Helm, I don't have any on at the moment. I suspect the Pauldrons might be one as well. Let me just check this. Hold on, let's have a look. At the start of Shadowlands, I made up to 2 million in 3 days with only herb mining. Too bad it's impossible now. Yeah, the prices have definitely gone down, certainly, but there's still some good ones in there, certainly. Nell Mevin, good evening to you. When posting in the auction house, how much time do I usually choose? 24, 48 or 12? I go 12 at the moment for most of the stuff. If I think it's going to be slower moving, then I'll go 24, but most of the time I'm going 12 now, because for me that just saves me on the cancel scan at the moment. Good evening, Drizzling Rose, how are you? Lovely to have you here. Yeah, fast moving ones use 12 hours definitely. You get undercut on fast markets. More than 12 hours is a waste of money in your posting fees. Exactly. Totally agree with that one. So I need to have a look at this. Is there a way we can... See, TSM says 1 on the auction house, but it doesn't tell me which one and what kind it is. So I'd have to look at the... That's Shadow Steel anyway. Ceremonious. How am I going to work this? I need a system. Until TSM has a system that we can use. So my auctions... filter by groups. There we go. Selling level 50. Select the group. That would tell me there's none on, which is odd, because I'm sure I would have had some on of the ceremonies. Let's try that one. Okay, that has ones on. Waistguard, Sabaton's greaves, gauntlets, breastplate. Does that mean I sold them all or not? It would imply that it does. Looking at those, let's look at the Shadow Steel. That's got some Shadow Steel stuff on, one's sold. So that would imply to me that my full set of level 50 gear that I made is not currently on the auction house. Okay. A panda on a bay leaf. Mike, how are you? My Shadowlands enchants are selling very well. Start leveling your cooking. Yes, definitely. It's very quick and easy to do cooking. Very, very easy. So let's try this again then. I've got a feeling those have sold. They weren't all there in the mailbox though, I don't think. So let's try another set manually and go from here. So what I'm doing, thanks to Commander Bond for this idea, is making my blacksmithing and my leatherworking and my tailoring. I'm doing these but downgrading them to, with the novice crafter's marks, to be level 50. So you say one on the auction house, but it doesn't tell me which one specifically. So I'm just going to create one of each as a, I'm not sure. So that's at 52, we'll knock that down to 50. Create that one. The helm, we're going to reduce that one down. Obviously TSM doesn't have this as an option yet. But for a fresh level 50, wanting a nice fresh set of armour, this is a useful way of selling it to them. And then I'm adding something like a plus 500 gold on top of the crafting cost to sell these. Find all your own mats. Refuse to buy off the auction house, so it's not so fast to level. Nearly there now, but getting distracted by skinning. Or skinning is the good one, certainly. See, that's already 50, so I don't need to do that one. That's covered elsewhere. This one less likely because it's only one level difference, but I'll put it on as part of the set. Now these ones are going to have different item categories, I think, compared to my previous ones. So I'm going to add these in to our new set here, which will have different item ID numbers, bonus IDs, what's that, 6885 7224, 6885 17224, that's the same, item IDs, bonus IDs. Is there anything, 171380, 171380, that looks the same, but it's subtly different, because both those IDs, maybe they're not picking up the right item IDs, perhaps. I'll have a look. There's certainly a bit of work, manual work needed and manual checking needed here before we can work out whether it's worth doing or not. So let's go back onto here and run a post scan. So I add crafting cost plus 500 gold onto each of those. So there's a little markup compared to what they are normally. That's quite a reasonable markup, I would say. So I'll just post those on, one each of those, and then now when I look at my auctions and filter by group, I want to see this group. See, it doesn't show it to me. It doesn't show me anything there. Whereas if I choose another group, it does show it to me, like the Shadow Steel. So that's not going to be a reliable way of seeing whether I've got them on or not. We might get... Yes, I've heard of that one, Darkwing, yeah. You made near 200,000 skinning and leatherworking. Oh, fantastic, Dark Shadow. That is brilliant. Since loads of people farm their own items and say farmed mats are free, we should get a farm market DB where we can value our time in. That would be nice, definitely. How long did it take you to get them? Yeah. Why isn't that showing? Let's have a look at something different. Weapons. That's got all the weapons in, so that's definitely working. And if I look at, just say, the crafting of ceremonious, that gives me a whole load. So this is requires level 50. See, they're the ones that I've made. Okay, so that's it's not the right group. I was selling 50, but this one, crafting, does actually show me the other ones that are at the right price. And so therefore, looking at those, I can see that the helm sold and the sabatons sold because I had those, but the rest I've just made a duplicate of, on the greaves as well. Actually, I've only got one of the greaves. Okay, so I've at least found a way to identify which auctions are on, so I know whether to restock on those. So it's going to be a little bit of sort of manual work at that until I can work out a decent way. But okay, that's good. Took me 5 hours, but it was worth it. 2 hours you made like 70 to 75,000. That's really good. Really good. And I'd much prefer it to cancel scanning for 4 hours a night. Exactly, yeah. Find what's fun for you, as we were talking about on the blog. So let's go through here. As soon as mushing the avatar, something is free, and we don't. Yes, exactly. Right, let's look at jewel crafting on Bridget. We were going to do a bit of leveling on jewel craft on Bridget because she's getting close to it. She could do with being leveled up. Snacken, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. How are you doing? Everything here is going fantastically. We're going through and opening up our mailboxes for all our characters. Pretty much got all of our gold since Wednesday so far, up to 820,000. Let's check the last mailbox. Okay, that's good. 10,000 here. Mainly lots of ring and necklace sales. Never a huge profit margin on these. Goblin glider kits are always do well though. But there is a good number of them, which is always nice. You know, get a few each day, which is good. So I'll stick with those. Pick up the extra 10,000. So looking at that, probably do a cancel scan on you as well. Can I borrow your auction house for a minute? Run a cancel scan because these is fairly competitive as well. Bye bye, tanking time. Good luck, Gold Queen. Hope your tanking goes well. Your cat summons some more. That's the Tomcat one, yeah. I like the Tomcat Dark one. That's brilliant. Right, let's go through all of this. Take these off at least. Shouldn't hit the throttle with just a few of them. And then take all the cancels off. Panthers, still getting some competition on those as well. Yes, I know, it's on the list, Lizard, definitely. And then I'll run a post scan again. There we go. You can make your 7th Sky Golem tomorrow. Oh yes, that reminds me, I need to do Sky Golems here. I haven't been doing them. Lindrowski, good evening to you. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? You had an epic VOE old world laying in your bags. Blade of Wizardry, something that will sell sometime. Oh, nice. It's nice when you find really sort of old things like that. Hopefully they are worth a lot, certainly. 51 posted, 280,000. Okay, so 830,000. That's good. How's our price graph looking? Okay, we're on the up now. This is good. What's the last month been like? So we were here at 1.7 million at the start of the expansion. We're here at 468, and now we're jumped up to here. Depends on how much we invest, depending on how far down that graph will go. We want to build it up gradually, obviously. You meant the 40k for the blade. Oh, right, okay. It's a decent price, 40,000. So, oh yes, Yard's peculiar energy source. Now I don't have, I'm missing, what am I missing? I am missing my ghost iron bars. So ghost iron bars, Almorte has a whole load in the bank, which needs to send on over from the looks of things. Let's go back over to Almorte then. As you seem to be the holder of the ghost iron bars. As my miner, that would make sense, really. Alright, let's have a look here. What have we got? We need to go to the bank. Have a look at our ghost iron bar. Is it actually in the bank or is it elsewhere? Is the question. There's some apparently in the guild bank as well. So we'll have a look here. Ghost. That's not spelt correctly. Ghost. Okay, ghost iron bars. Take 1, 2, 3 of that lot. How much ghost iron ore do we have? What's in our reagent bank? Ghost iron nuggets. Okay, anything over this side? Gonna need to go and get myself some more ghost iron ore in this case. What do we have on this side of things? Oh no, there we go. Ghost iron ore, we have plenty here. Okay, so we've got, what have we got? 5,000 in the guild vault. Okay, so we can make that into ghost iron bars at some point in the future. But we will, what's the price on that at the moment? Hold on. Let me just have a look. So this is currently smart average buy price of 4 gold 92. It's currently on for 9 gold. So have some at a good price. So we'll keep hold of that for now, definitely. Earn per month with all my Goldmaker characters. It's an interesting one because I've been spending a lot of gold. So if I look at my TSM now, it's probably telling me from on a monthly basis, I've lost gold. I've lost 17,000 gold per day on eternal crystals. I've spent 2.6 million. Average spent per day 100,000 on a top item, eternal crystals. Actually, no, that's. But in terms of earned per day, it says 83,000, mainly enchanted heavy callous hide. So 2.4 million earned, 2.6 million spent, which is why we're here on the graph and not here in the last month. But if we were then to average that out over since BFA, which is up here, then my character has earned profit per day on average 10,000 gold. Total gold spent 25 million. Total gold earned 34 million. So there's a big difference there. Obviously, the last month has been an expensive month. So we hope to improve on that. We hope to get this graph green, definitely. So there's certainly options to be had. That was the wrong button. There we go. We want to get something in the black market auction house, but in your realm, most people are too rich. You want to take some, and if you want to take something specific, you need to bid like full price, or at least 60%. Because if an item is worth 100k, some people drop 7 million or full price, and you can't win it out. That's a tough one to be in, definitely. You've got 30,000 tie spray linen. What would you recommend for tailoring and enchanting? I would say for tie spray linen, I would make that into braces, scrap the braces, get the deep sea satin and make deep sea bags. Normally, before Shadowlands, I would have said make uncanny gear out of it, but I think in this case, you're probably going to sell deep sea bags more than anything else at this point of the expansion. And Solidity, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. What Provide 2 kittens paying 5,000 channel points per cat. I'm sorry, the kittens aren't here tonight at the moment. They're downstairs. That's reset channel points. Yes, exactly. About 850 short of 100,000. Really, Natty. Will was suggesting I do Samadan story time with my with like 100,000 points or something like that. I have got the new book by Christy Golden, Exploring Azeroth. Maybe I could read bits of that to people for 100,000 points. I don't know if that's something people would want. Kind of an interesting. It's not so much of a story as such, but it's more kind of like telling you more about the Eastern Kingdoms, which is quite nice. Oops, just banged my monitor and camera. There we are. And you're spending them as well. Yeah, some WoW lore is definitely good. Maybe we could introduce that if people would like that in the new year. You vote yes. I mean, I think it would have to be not a regular thing, so it would probably take a fair few points. But I'd certainly be willing to do something like that. If it's what people want, I'm happy to give it. What was I doing? Ghost Iron Ore. I was sending that to Bridget. I don't know how much I've got, so I'll just send more than I've got, and that will go off. Okay. Then, oh no, Morte, do you have the 10? What do you have? You've got the Storm Silver ore, so that means you need to go to, I think you need to go to Borealis to get your Expulsum. What I'll do though is I'll just log out to Bridget and do that first. That would be awesome, to be honest. Okay. A couple of positives there, certainly. Someone selling Savage Blood in the auction house for 45. That's a quick profit. It's normally 50 gold, isn't it? So that's an extra 5 gold. How many did they have on, though? That's the question. If they had 1,000, that's 5,000 gold. There's never usually a huge amount, yeah. Yeah, when you turn it in, it's 50, yeah. Right, let's pick up all of those Ghost Iron bars. Then we can at least carry on with our yards, peculiar energy source. We can do 58 of them again. I don't know how many I've got yet, so let's just go over to an anvil and use those. You have expired auctions on other characters when you don't. I tend to ignore that, Moffat. I minimise it as soon as I see it. I find it's never really accurate because it's the same with daily cooldowns with the task list. There we go, there's another one. Get back into the game with that. So Ghost Iron, how many have you got? Oh, we've got 26. That means that we should be nearly there, another few more days, and we can make ourselves a Sky Golem. So that's good. Anything else Bridget needs to do? Did she go and get her 5 Expulsum? Looks like she did there. That's here. So I'll jump onto my other characters just to make sure they got their Expulsum. I don't think Samadan did. Not the uncanny trinkets are selling at the moment. I sent some of the required material to each of my characters, and I think he was the one that wasn't included. That 752 tenet of crit scrolls someone posted for 25 gold each on your server. Wow, that is so cheap. I assume you bought them all up and put them back on at a decent price. With 2 macros you can turn 1,000 into the gold in like 2 to 5 minutes. Oh really, it's that quick. That's really good. Let's have a look. You should have 10. Where is it? Have you done it? I'm not sure you have. It's not in the mailbox. So it should be in my bags. There it is. Storm Silver Ore. 10 Storm Silver Ore is what I was looking for. That means I haven't done it yet. So let's go over and do that now, whilst I remember. Otherwise I will forget. I think it's only got a few more hours left on it. And not that I really need expulsum, but it's 5 expulsum and it saves scrapping, so definitely. So on average for 370. Oh, excuse me. That is brilliant. Excuse me. Do apologise. Right, let's go through and head to Paralis. People make millions for 1 month in, and very bad this expansion. Only 741k. That is fantastic, chapter. Don't ever say it's very bad. I've lost gold. I haven't made gold. So by that rationale, I'm definitely a terrible gold maker. But I've had 1 million gold's worth of fun. Thank you. Thank you all. Look at all those different languages. Oh, bless you. I like that. Alright, let's go over. Storm Silver Ore is what we want here. Everyone's trying to talk to me in Borealis. All I want to do is get myself 5 expulsum. Oh, I didn't mean to do the ultramarine pigment, but there you go, we've got that as well. The 5 expulsum is what I really wanted. Whilst we're here, there we are. Lost a lot as well, but don't know. In BFA, you made a lot more. I can't remember. Well, BFA actually I can remember because I got the graph for it. BFA, I didn't seem to lose so much at the beginning because I went straight in and I carried on working towards the 5 million. So looking at this, I was steadily working my way through, but I don't think I certainly didn't invest in as many professions as I invested in this time round, because this was just really just capitalizing on my same professions at the beginning of BFA. Started learning German. Craving to play through the Pandaren starting zone. Yeah, definitely go for it. If you fancy a change of scenery, I would highly recommend it. Do I want to go to Stormwind? I just want to go back to the Ring of Fates, I think. That should be fine. But you can't. You've got not enough characters slots. Would you ever delete a character, Rose? Definitely. And probably not. You'd have to go onto a different server. That would be a challenge. New server. Or is that is the limit of 50 per account, whether it's server specific or not? I can't remember. I've never gotten anywhere close to it. Right, look at all these lovely Brutosaurs here. I don't need any just yet. So Samadan was done. We need to go back to Samadan and do a restock on Samadan, like a 0 to gold cap. It's the one I'm doing on NA very slowly at the moment. It's 50 per account, is it? Okay. Can all be on one server. Right, okay. If you pay for another account, you can make 50 more. But you don't want to spend the game time gold. That's fair enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the 50's a lot, definitely. Shadow Priest and Chromie time right now. Trying a speed run. Gun shoes are fun. I haven't tried gun shoes, but I have heard good things about them. Alright, so we've got some more sales coming through, just the one there. Anything else? Windwall Bandage, Mark of the Trained Soldier, and Binding of Intellect for good prices there. So we probably need to do a restock again. I did a restock earlier this afternoon, so I shouldn't have to restock on much here. Big mistake. Is it really that much? I'm sure. Oh yeah, it's all the shirts I've sold. Blue lumberjack, green lumberjack, blue workman's, red workman's. Someone's got a new job and they need new shirts. Let's take the Mekdal's big mech off. Enchanted lightless silk. See, it's only 71 profit per silk. I'm not sure I want to use my lightless silk for this. I'm going to leave that one off for now. And the same with the enchanted heavy callous hide. I'm going to have to check the prices of that. Just to see if the margins are worth the risk at this point. Callous hide at 234, so it's actually cheaper to buy that heavy callous hide, and then 2299 is actually more expensive than the price of the heavy callus hide, so that's a loss. It's looking at the heavy callus hide being 4.3, which is based off of, what's that based off of? The market value. No, material cost is saying 2.1, which is based off my crafting cost, which is based on my material cost being 216, and it's currently 234. 216 is my smart average buy price, and there's none on at that price at the moment, so that's not worth me doing either. So those are important ones to check before letting TSM run through those. So I'm going to take the enchanted heavy callus hide off as well. That gives me a much better list of stuff to make. So gathering wise, vendor wise, on hexweave bags are back in business, means probably going to the garrison for that. Some stuff from the auction house, some stuff from the guild bank. Let's have a look. Let's scan. What have we got? It's creeping crawler meat. Oh, that's more expensive. I'm sure I bought that cheaper before. Yeah, that's just been reset. I bought that earlier for 73 gold. I wish I'd bought more of it, because now it's just doubled in price. Okay. Okay, maybe not. Characters up for 1 or 2 WoW tokens, up to 75. That would be good, definitely. Yeah. Per account is max, but also 50 accounts per server is max, yeah. Working on getting that soul ash. Do you really need to do like 10 runs of Torghast to craft your legendaries? I think there's quite a few, definitely, Kozakov. I haven't seen Jack yet. No, Kevin Prod. Just wanted to thank him. Tried his shuffle and made some quick profit. Very nice, excellent. I'm sure when he's here, we'll be able to give him a shout and a reminder. So creeping crawler meat, do not buy. So looking back at this, what's using creeping crawler meat in my cooking? Cookies. It's this one, surprisingly palatable feast. We can make what we've got, but we need more for the rest. So I'll make some. I'll leave it at that. Other things I need is Arcana. That's from the guild bank, I guess. So let's just use our mobile banking whilst we're here. Save me moving places. There we go, we're going to grab that and get that. And then buy from the vendor as those and switch to the other characters for those things. Let's see if we can do something different with those. What's the alts? The Sorcerer's Earth, okay, and the Hexweave Cloth. Probably need to head to our guild bank actually. Not our guild bank, our garrison. Before I do that, do I need to go over here and pick up these? I do. So just work on the order of things here. All views ever come to know eat a croquet? It's amazing. You're making them out. Oh, sounds interesting. And Diraz226, thank you so much for the follow. Let's jump over here whilst I'm here. Might as well do those. Then I'll come back to the restocking on things. I'll have a look and take. Okay, let me make what I've before I do too much. I love running around here with the speed thing. I need to do my my extra thing as well. Let's see how fast we can go first. There we go. Almost made it. So whilst we're here, I'll just make the things I can make and get them posted on, because that's easy enough. And then we can go to our garrison and do the things we need to do there. So Binding of Intellect, Trained Soldier, Gift of Versatility. So all these old enchants for leveling that people use, still useful. Definitely. Let's make what I can. Let's make some more cookies. Bonefish stew and surprisingly palatable feast. Make what I can, then I'll take the rest off. And then tailoring wise, I can do everything except for the hexweave bag, we just need to go and get the Hexweave after this. I don't think I've done... Yeah, I have done my daily cooldown on Hexweave. We'll make all these shirts anyway. Extra wind wall bandages. Where are my wind wall bandages? Has Bridget still got some? Let's have a look. Wind wall bandage. Wind wall bandage. I have... Samadan has 85 on the auction house and 7 in the guild vault. Okay. Oh, that's in the different guild bank actually. That's not going to be the same one actually. So I'll just carry on here. There we are. Denmark and there we go. And Slovakia, Portugal. A good mix of people from both Europe and America, which is nice to see. And other continents are also represented. I'm in the part of England that has shops open. Oh, you're not wrong there, Gwilyn. I used to live in England 10 years. Wow, that's pretty good. And Germany for solidity. Good representation, certainly. Right, let's get those auctions on. More than anything else. Can't sell them in your bags. You've got to get them on the auction house first. So that's a good price for the spell thread. Only cost me 100 gold to make. Selling it for 4,700. Okay, that's all done. So let's have a look. Okay, pick up the quest things. Call to Maldraxxus. Not that I'm going to do these necessarily today or anything. Just like to pick them up so I've got them before I leave this area. Then we've also... I'm just trying to get used to doing all my calling stuff, really, more than anything else. Then I got the fun thing. I love doing this mission table. Let's have a look. How did we get on with our last mission? Ash Ghouls at Large. What was that going to give us? The extra stored anima. We needed the XP more than anything else for this, because our follower we picked up, Kithekios, is very low level at the moment. So we just needed to up things up a little bit here. Got LA, Lower Manhattan States, California, French, Indiana, close to Germany, Northern Netherlands present, and Lisbon. That's a lot of stuff. A lot of different countries represented there. Yeah, this looks like it should be easy. Okay, so XP, you got a little bit extra there, up to level 2, that's good. And we earned some extra drinky stuff. Now, this would be good, bonus follower XP. I think. More than doing this. What did we just sell? The gingerbread cookie. We literally just made those. Have to make some more. Or make more of them. We're only making 5, I think. Right, so yeah, I don't think I can quite do this campaign one yet. Last time I checked it, it was terrible. We got 5,000 health. So I think we need to up our followers a bit more. Ooh, an enchanting cache contains an assortment of basic Shadowlands enchanting materials. And a tailoring cache, assortment of common Shadowlands cloth. Now if that includes a eternal crystal, then that would be really nice, but I very much doubt that's going to be the case, is it? So let's do this one instead. Lots of things, so we'll pop you in. We've got to lose -4 there, so let's put, what is this, mainly DPS people, so actually no, I'll put my tanks in just to help bolster things up. A win +5, 2,900 health, 272 attack, plus we've got our charges into battle. Oh, that's doing physical damage to all adjacent enemies, and your ability is punches all enemies in melee in rapid succession, holy damage, and yours is dealing holy damage to all enemies at range. So we almost want you up the front. and then want to swap you out with a ranged. We're still win +5, but if we can get that healer down, that would be good. We're 2635. Got better attack now, 310. So let's try that. That should be good. It can. Yeah. Okay. If it can include a eternal crystal. Well, we've only got 11 out. Oh dear. I'm going to have to come back in 11. I have to wait for that one to finish and come straight back onto that one. If I can just time it about right. Not sure if I will though. You only got shards for the enchanted cache. Okay. That's a couple with crystals though. That's promising. Very promising. And then we need to go to our... Oh, mistimed that one. Oops. Oh dear. Falling Brutosaur. Thankfully I got caught. If they could carry a Brutosaur, that would be brilliant. There we go. Back we go. Let's go this way instead. Because you have enchanting yourself, or because upgraded your missions with the mission that increases the mission rewards. Yes, that's a lot of missions. Let's deposit what we've got. There we go, a little bit extra. We're at 605 reservoir, total maximum 605. And what did we have quest wise? Fill the reservoir. In progress, available. What's the renown? Is it renown one? No, it's not that one. We've already got there. We're up to here. 4th soulbind traits. I need... Where's the one that says... Oh, there we go. 385 anima collected. So we haven't replenished reservoirs on this. This will give me +1 renown if we did that one. Time to upgrade your command table. Just what you always wanted. I'm assuming from the expression not just what you wanted. Right, that's done. That's all picked up. So now we can head to our garrison. Pick up our hexweave cloth. We haven't done this in a long time, so it should be all full there for the moment. GM Star, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Does that mean you GM as in GM Dungeons and Dragons, or is that GM as in Games Master in WoW? Either way, that's pretty cool. Going speed level run and trying to watch a stream at the same time may not be the best idea ever. It's easy to get distracted, Will. I think speed runs are good, definitely, but I think you have to really focus to do them. With Hexweave, you have 1 soul short of the garden, so you went for mushroom. Ah, okay. Making more gold crafting the pet with Hexweave over bags lately. Oh, really? The Elec plushie. Is that the one you mean? Do I like D&D? I played it, the original D&D, Advanced D&D, 1st edition and 2nd edition. My son plays a lot of D&D now. He actually GMs almost like a job, really. Does really well with it as well. And we have done a little bit of DMing, not DMing, a lot of D&D between us. But he does it way more regularly than me. I've only really done it a couple of times recently, 5th edition wise. It's one of those things. It's another one of those things. It's time. We do Warhammer together where we paint miniatures, so that's always good. Trying to get under 6 hours, pretty good. Yeah. The big red box, yeah. The whole the basic pack. When it was basic D&D, you start with the one with the Larry Elmore box. That was brilliant. Used to work for Games Workshop. Did you, Drasilia? That's fantastic. I went to Games Workshop, had a little tour of their whole factory and everything. Went to Bugman's Bar and all that. Really good. Alright, okay, where am I? What am I doing? Herb Garden work order. Do we need to pick those up? I think we probably do. Yeah, it was great. I wish I had mine still. Right, let's go grab these. Bugman's 3X. Good drink. Yeah, I don't remember actually having. I think I had a burger there, something like that. He's 17 now, Chavda. So it's the perfect age, really, for when I was that age, and I did. You know, I was doing all the D&D. I was doing the miniatures. I was playing Adeptus Titanicus. I was reading fantasy novels. He's doing his generation's equivalent of all that kind of stuff. Playing games as well. So it's kind of like it's the same thing. Same generations doing the same thing. I used to go to Games Workshop. I used to buy White Dwarf, all that kind of stuff. It was a big part. Going to meet Terry Pratchett. All those things were great fun. In my formative years, around sort of like 15, 16, 17. Passing time together playing D&D. Yeah, I mean we did a couple of campaigns, but he's a really good DM himself, my son, which is why he does it for other people, which is brilliant. You have a brilliantly distressing Terry Pratchett story. Oh no. There we go. Managed to get a load of his books autographed. Okay. That sounds good. That's a promising start, certainly. How am I doing on tailoring? Do we need a XP bag? Have I not got enough? Oh, I need the Sorcerer's Earth. Okay. Many years after meeting him, he was having lunch with your in-laws and wife. Okay. Right. Sorcerer's Earth, easiest way to get that. I've done my daily cooldowns. Sound really young when I say my son's 17. Oh no, I'm old. Definitely old. My mother-in-law works at Charity Shop and said those books were very popular. Said to me those books were very popular. Right, okay. She had given my autograph books away. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I've still got mine somewhere. They're packed away. I've got a couple because I got Eric, the paperback one, signed by him, which was really nice because there was a squashed insect on the inside, and he saw the squashed insect from when I'd been reading it out in the garden, and he put a little death scythe on it and said "Got you" on it, and I thought it was brilliant. I love that one. Yeah, it's the thing at the end of the day. It's kind of like it's those things. They are lovely possessions to have and having them autographed and stuff like that. But you've got the memory. You've got the memory of going out there, getting them, and meeting him, which is the main thing, really. I would say. Used to work with Terry Pratchett. Won a YTS scheme when he worked as a press officer at Central Electricity Generating Board in Bristol. Oh, really, Sammy? That sounds fantastic. You have your first edition Harry Potter somewhere. Oh, wow, that's amazing, Will. Yeah. Yeah, never forget meeting him. He was a lovely person. I met him about, I think, 3 times in all, because I actually lived near where he lived. I didn't know he lived there, though. That was weird. I just thought, he's doing a lot of autograph signings in this area. I must be really lucky. Then I realised he actually just didn't live too far away, and so it was a bonus. Wolf's lol, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. We've digressed slightly on our gold making. We're talking about Terry Pratchett and fantasy books and D&D and all that sort of stuff. If it needs to answer myself, you can blackmail. I wouldn't hold that one too much. I would wipe that one clean and start afresh. Just got a book from today in a advert gift. Oh, fantastic. Is it worthy to have some gold making teams across different servers? If you want to buy things across different servers, or you want to experience different markets, because they're all very different, so yes, definitely. Has anyone actually tried 5th edition D&D? I like it so far. Yes, it's good. From what I've seen of it, it's really good. It's, I mean, my son knows it way more in depth than me, but we got the starter pack between us, and we went through that. It's very straightforward, and it's got a lot of depth to it, certainly. You just started DMing 5th edition, and yeah, it's really nice. Your son wants D&D but doesn't know it. Oh, sorry to hear that, Gold Queen. What my son does is he does it all through Discord, and he does a session and does it with everyone virtually that way. He finds that's certainly an option. Yeah. Invite your gold prince. Someone already done it, and the new gaming chair and the 3rd monitor. Okay, you're definitely getting mileage out of that one. Definitely. They should, but still have plenty of room to create unique styles. Yeah, there's so much you can do with your sort of your different sort of. It's not feats, is it? It's different sort of backgrounds and stuff you can have for your characters. Yeah, a new chair. I have a good chair, good solid chair at the moment. Yeah, I think it's builds is probably one of the things. Yeah, I'm thinking of, but there's I can't remember the specific thing my son was talking to me about. How you can, it's basically you can have a flavour of anything really. I mean, I'm surprised at just like the sheer number of races. The thing I really like about 5th edition is I didn't realise how much it's still all tied into kind of Forgotten Realms as a sort of base campaign world, because I grew up on Forgotten Realms books. You know, I read loads and loads of those when that was first coming out. Had the original sort of like Forgotten Realms campaigns, all that kind of stuff, and so it's nice to see that still as a core component of 5th edition. Is brilliant. You have about 150k on your account. Any suggestions where you should go from there? What do you want to do, basically? What do you find fun? Are you thinking of investing? Because 150k sounds great, but when you start buying out markets, you can spend that very, very quickly. What book series would I recommend? Well, I loved the original Drizzt series. The Dark Elf trilogy were really good. Was what I liked most. If we're speaking specifically Forgotten Realms stuff, when that first came out, I thought that was great. Before your name, Sith Lord Blaine, used to be Drizzt Do'Urden. Fantastic. Yeah, it was a very... How many elves and things got called Drizzt at the start of WoW? I'm very unsurprised at, certainly. Brandon Sanderson books. Although, actually, if you have a look, I went and did an ask for books to read with my daughter. It's kind of a semi-plug for Amazon, but Amazon. I have a section in my shop that is all science, all fantasy novels. That I did a tweet out ages ago and asked people to recommend me fantasy books to read with my daughter, and so in there is a category of fantasy books I've kind of like I would like to read, and and so that one's kind of got some good books in there, certainly. Finished The Wheel of Time after Robert Jordan died. Yeah, that's one of the series that's on there, I think. The Wheel of Time one. You'd love to D&D, but I don't know. It's like 5 across the region. The rest are all chads. Oh dear, Psychorix. Yeah, finding a group you can get together with is definitely the trick, really. Just pulled a 300k mailbox. Very nice, Mushy. Was that Enchanted Heavy Callous Hide by any chance? Yeah, it's the one you recommended to me. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to read that one. That's not one I've read yet. There we go. Windwall Bandage just sold for 195 gold. That's a good price. Right. Okay. Your kids only like David. Is that David Williams or David Williams books? I prefer it if they liked fantasy books. Yeah, I mean my daughter loves fantasy books. She's the main reader out of the two of them. My son doesn't do a huge amount of reading. Obviously, he's read Lord of the Rings and Hobbit and stuff like that, but he absolutely loves the films and things like that, and is very, very much immersed into the whole D&D universe and things like that. So they're both similar but different, which is not surprising. Working my way through the Warcraft books. I haven't read those yet. I want to give them a go. GM book series, Felix and Goretrek is good too. Okay, some good recommendations there. What's GM book series? What's the GM short for? Okay, we've done that. Sorcerer's Earth. How am I going to get some Sorcerer's Earth? Easily. Probably buying it would be the easiest. Oh, Games Workshop. Oh yes, the whole the Games Workshop Black Library. There's a wealth of stuff, of universe stuff there. All the Black Library stuff. I mean, an old one of the guys I used to work with is now an illustrator for the Black Library. He does loads of stuff like that. Yeah. Sorcerer's Earth. See, it's only 2 gold 70, so I'm just going to buy it because that's easy. And how much is it costing? 270, average 7. So I don't know how much I need. I'm just going to buy the 40 anyway. There we go. That should do it. Did I start the Herald of Valdenar? No, I haven't read that one yet. The books on that list, on the Amazon list, ones I haven't actually read yet. Eisenhorn trilogy is amazing. It's another one I haven't read. Is Enchanting profitable nowadays? Oh, definitely. I'm getting a good mix of stuff here. If you look at my Enchanting at the moment, so a lot of this is red, which is down to the Eternal Crystals, and a lot of the other ones have tanked in price, like the Tenets and things. But there are some good ones in here occasionally. Celestial Guidance sells well for me. If I can get a good price for the materials for the Elysian Bars, Callous Hide and Lightless Silk, that's definitely worth it. Shadowlands Gathering obviously sells very well. And then these ones are my good consistent ones. Avoidance Leech, Speed, and Shaded Hearthing surprisingly sells quite a lot of. Illuminated Soul and the Soul Treads. So there's a few in there that I do sell regularly. It's a shame some of them have completely tanked, and we're waiting on Eternal Crystals for the rest of those. But as a whole, yes, I like Enchanting. The brilliance with Enchanting, though, is not just Shadowlands Enchanting, it's all the other expansions as well, because they're still selling. So if you do take up Enchanting, take everything. I need to pick up the Sorcerer's Earth. Oh, I did. Okay. So why can't I make my Hexweave bag? There we go. That works. I've read it about 5 times. Oh, wow. Okay. Not giving enough respect into Amazon are making a series. Are they? Oh, interesting. A Wheel of Time series. That's going to be... Isn't Wheel of Time like massively epic though? Well, I guess June is massively epic, and they've done that. So yeah, keeps getting delayed due to COVID. That's fair enough. Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, it's 15 books. It's yeah, it's not a small read, but I like epic stuff like that. Okay, we're 314 gold, so that's not massive, not a huge amount, but we'll add it to our list of bags. Right, 311,000 on Samadan. 830,000 total. Yeah, so Samadan's doing quite well. Goldmaking's doing very well. Actually, Goldmaking needs to check on... Let's just go out and have a look. Goldmaking needs to check on a Silas proc. As we're selling so much of the BFA stuff at the moment, we ought to do that. Just check things over. And then have a look at what we can do to progress our characters to make them more gold. Basically, we're always thinking, okay, what can I do next to make more gold? So Venari Rep is important. If I can get that going, that would be useful. It's going to be a bit like The Witcher. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, there we go. Actually, we sold some Shadow Core Oil. That's good. Let's check. Probably worth a cancel scan. Oh no, we did. Oh, we sold some more Shadow Core Oil. Look at that. We sold a load of it. Spectral Intellect, sold that. Psychic Stomp's Speed and Stamina. Okay, that's good. Probably been undercut in that time. So let's take those off. Put on the next lot. Shrouded Silk Fair to my service. Practically worse than mine. It's not been huge, I must admit. Tailoring has done better for me for selling a lot of the older world stuff still. I did get a few early on, which was nice, definitely. Still buying enchanting stuff from old expansions for leveling up, basically. I may be making a speed tune twink as well. Yeah, twinks and leveling enchants, basically. So right, post that on. Get the extras on. There we go. Then I can check my auctions. Then I'm going to restock on these because we've obviously sold some. So just do the Shadowland stuff. Oh, okay, this could be too expensive. It depends on the price of the herbs. When I bought them this morning, herbs were cheap. Herbs now are likely to be not so cheap. There goes the Spectral Flask of Power. So we definitely are in a good time zone to be selling, but in terms of stock levels, that's a different matter. So we've got 145,000 gold, so we've got money. Actually, that's not too bad. This is based on my smart average buy price. Oh no, this is based on my market price. Is it? No. Herbs. Let me just check this. What percentage are we seeing here? Groups, herb shopping. Operations, smart average buy. We are using smart average buy. So it's first smart average buy or DB market. So that's good. That means that herbs are currently on for cheaper than I bought them for, which helps with my buying of things. So Death Blossom, 31 gold versus 37. How much have we got stock wise? So we haven't got much at all. We can afford to buy a couple of hundred. Vigil's Torch, we need, do we need any? We need 62. We've got 166 in our bags, so 58, 127, 170, it's fine. Rising Glory, need 100 of, we've got 69, so probably at least 200, if not 250, I would say. Then Widow Bloom next. 98 gold for Widow Bloom. We don't actually need any from here, although you think we might need some over here. No, we don't. How much have we got? We've got 80, so I'll buy another 150. Well, that's too much. 100. And then Marrow we need 200 of. Wow, that's loads. We've run out of that. So if we need 200, let's buy 300. That's a lot of our gold. 23,000 on that. Youch. Okay. Nightshade is not needed though. We've only got 6 left though. So 103 gold. We'll have 113. Sorry. We'll have to do for now. We'll buy the cheap ones here, 49, just so we've got some.
If you find anything exotic,
Pick up those. That should be enough for our restock. Let's have a look. Yep, got everything. Let's go make some potions. Potentially 22,000 profit. There we are. Last month like 6 million, spent 4.8. Very nice, Mushy. That's really good. Herbs for me got insane this evening, and out of stock on herbs as well. Yeah, gone down this weekend for us. They have, but that's okay. It's a buyer's market for the moment. Potion prices are good though, so we'll feed it into something that can make us some gold. Yeah, hopefully Amazon will do a good job of it. You spent like 258,000 on Callus. It's so expensive buying the Callus hide. Really, really expensive. Profit 2.8 million, spent 0. The power of farming. It's very different to professions in a way, but equally as satisfying. I mean, when I did that farming route last time, that was really good. What about TH shows? TH, was that from the shows or something different? Ontario Hall got BFA. BFA stuff from tailoring. TV shows. In terms of TV shows that I like, there's not a lot of TV that I watch really. I haven't watched The Mandalorian. I haven't watched any of the recent stuff. My son's watching Bad Boys at the moment, says that's good. I haven't watched anything. Yeah. I just don't have a lot of time for TV. Twitch TV, Mr. GM. Yeah, basically. Twitch.tv. I watch a lot of Twitch. Optimizing, that's why I like finding secret spots and stuff. Yeah, definitely. Is it freezing on you, GM Star? Let me just check my OBS. It seems okay on this end, yeah. Episodes are quite short too, which is good. Yeah, it's something that I'd like to have a look on. Might have to get myself Disney Plus just to watch it. For mining and herb gathering, they do. We don't get the thing is they have the advantage for mining and herb gathering, but Worgen get the speed boost for skinning, and that is really good. Red Dwarf. Now, if you're going to go for a classic, yes, Red Dwarf I watched a lot of. I mean, if you're talking about stuff that I grew up on, I enjoyed during my early 20s and late teens was things like Red Dwarf, Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, all those kind of things was the kind of stuff I watched. I haven't watched Westworld actually. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I think the last major TV series that I actually watched and enjoyed was Breaking Bad, I think. If that gives you any indication of the last time I really watched anything of any length on TV. I tend to watch a lot of the more regular, easy watching stuff with my family. If we were having any sort of like just spare time together, rather than getting our heads into any like TV series. By the time we get to a point where we want to watch some TV together, we really don't want to have to think too much, which is why we tend to just go for sort of like Helicopter ER or something like that. Just something that we can just watch and not have to think about. You tend to binge series, yes. When I commuted, yes, definitely. Then I would watch a series like that. Blake 7. I was never really into Blake 7 much, to be honest. I haven't watched Firefly either. That was supposed to be good, whilst it lasted. Nothing to declare as your guilty pleasure. That's very much like mine, Gwilyn, which is Can't Pay Will Take It Away. That's the other one we watch. Vikings, haven't watched that either. Yeah, was and is awesome. Yeah, Firefly is, I've heard good things about it. And the new Star Trek, haven't seen the new Star Trek either. That's on my list of things I'd like to watch. So many things, but it's down to time. It really is just down to time. The problem I have is a lot of the stuff that I do, I can't really have something on a second screen to watch because I find it too distracting, or it gets in the way of what I'm doing on the main screen. So, and I don't have a commute anymore, so I don't have that time sort of where you can just sit down and watch something. So there's not that opportunity to watch a lot of stuff really. And then any spare time I have in an evening, I'm obviously streaming. Right, that's all made. Let's go and do those and jump on the auction house with those. Now we still need to see if Mr. Silas is going to be nice to us. I ought to just see if there's stuff that I need to put on first. Let's put all these on. The new potions, which are selling well at the moment, undercutting competition, nothing at minimum price, which is really good to see. That's a really healthy potions market at the moment with some good profits on each of those, which is nice. But we need to look at the Silas side of things. Oh, we do have a prosperity, fantastic. Okay, we better check to see if there is anything we need to make. So I'll take this one off and we'll go to BFA. Silas rank 3 and restocking on those. There are a few. We're gonna need some Xenonthid though. There goes the Shadow Core all again. So, 2,500 Xenonthid. What's the price like? Well, there's a big difference. My smart average buy price is 1 gold 78 and it's currently 20 gold. So that's going to make a massive difference to my herb prices. Material cost of 178. That may completely blow out these potions. Looking at that. Because you're Nathan's favourite stormtrooper. Yeah. Series 1 was brilliant, but Series 2 lost its way, you felt. Okay, that's the new Star Trek. Yeah, I haven't seen either, so interesting, yeah. Back up to 400 gold for Hex bags, that's good. Yeah, they were dropping the stockpile, most likely. Man in the High Cast is a series you've enjoyed very much, and the books are supposed to be quite good as well. I haven't heard of that one, Solidity, actually. Yeah. Is that very good? Yeah, I haven't heard of that one before. Synth is 80 gold, yeah. Actually, cancel it. Netflix shows us series 1 and 2 anyway. Okay. I'll avoid that one then, definitely. I was very disappointed in Eragon the movie compared to Eragon the books, which me and my daughter read. So how much of a profit margin have we got on these? Let's have a look. Profit is saying a reasonable profit. Looking at those, there is a good profit margin in there. We're going to have to readjust our Zenithid price though to get an accurate reading on this. So we're going to have to do a bit of speculative buying to see what happens. We don't actually need to do buying on this. Let me just look at. We can do it a different way. BFA herbs. We'll take that. We'll take the sand shifter off as well. So these are all based on my average buy price, which at 20 gold. I mean, there's not much. It's 20, then 25 is the. It's really 25 gold. Looking at this, anchor weeds up to 90 gold, which is at 498 here. So in order to check my potion prices, we currently have, let's look at BFA potions, Cultura and Alchemy. So you're telling me massive profits here, but not all of these are going on at the moment. Superior Battle Potion of Strength here at 1,700. The Greater Flasks is the ones we really want to look at here. Vast Horizon. So price of a Greater Flask of the Vast Horizon with a Silas proc, custom Silas potion value is 40 gold at the moment, and they're currently selling for 695. It takes 20 Zenithid, 5 Anchorweed. So we're really going to have to change our prices here. So now Samadan still has 12,000 in the bank apparently. Not 12,000, 1,200 in the bank. So maybe, how much do we need? 1,200. Maybe we need to use up some of that first. Alts in the auction house, alts in the auction house. Okay, let's try this a different way. Let's go, let's switch to Samadan, see what we can take out, and then come back to this. We don't need these anyway. Spend the last 50 minutes stream winding down with some fishing, then be ready for bedtime. That sounds fantastic, Rose. Yeah, definitely. Author released the next book and definitely made it so they could not continue another movie. Can't wait for a remake of Eragon that's actually good. What's the next book of the Eragon series? I mean, I've read the. It's 5, isn't it? There was a new one. What's his name? Written by Christopher Paolini, isn't it? Christopher Paolini. What's he written? Is it To Sleep in a Sea of Stars? Is that new? Because the Inheritance Cycle we've read. The Fork, the Witch and the Worm. Don't think I've read. Not sure if it's that one. Yeah. Brizinger is the second one, isn't it? We've read all of them, the whole series. Inheritance, Brizinger, and Eldest. Those 4. I've read all of those with my daughter. Those are good. And Isutha, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we need to go visit the bank and grab all of this stuff. New to the stream, is it possible to have French language in the Oribos exchange? That you'd have to ask Eros directly. If you tweet, there's a link to his Twitter. I would say go give him a message and ask directly. But that sounds great. And welcome to the stream as well. Thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Is it Kahit Storm? Is that the best way to pronounce it? Let's just grab all of that. And then, okay, we'll mail that to Awakening, as we've got it. But we still need to buy a whole load more at the moment, yeah. Almost. There we go, so we go here and we'll just send this lot. And then we go back to Awakening and have a look here. The 4 books, yeah, there's 4 books. I just looked on the internet. Aragon, Inheritance, Brisinga and Eldest. As a series, they're really good. We really enjoyed reading all of those, me and my daughter. Xbox controller to fish with? I reckon so, Rose, definitely. Definitely. Right, okay, those can go. Those can go. So, right, let's grab the stuff from the mail. I don't know if this is actually going to be worth my while. I mean, I have a fair amount of stock. I have half of the stock. We still have Silas to do, so we've got to be mindful of the time here. Get some river butter from the guild bank. Okay, we'll do that. We can at least get some of the stuff. It's the whole anchorweed and zinanthid, which is going to mess with my prices. Now, how much is that going to cost me? I don't really want to speculate too much and waste a lot of gold here. But I do need to readjust my prices because my smart average buy prices are way, way off according to this. So we need to do something about those because we're not going to get them at that price for a while. So let's have a look. Once installed TSM, but it ends up uninstalling it. In short, how superior would I describe it? TSM is very, very useful. It's a suite of tools, especially when it comes to professions, that makes crafting and restocking incredibly useful. If you just want to use it from a tooltip point of view to let you know market prices, then it's very, very good from that point of view. You don't even have to use the rest of the parts of it and just use the standard auction house. If you are interested in learning more about it, I do have a YouTube series that goes through the whole process. And then I've got a Let's Play series that goes through it fairly steadily as well. Yeah, it is basically, if you're going to be making gold, it is the way to do it, certainly. So let's have a look. How much would this cost me? 27,000. Is it worth buying for that price? I'm not sure. Eridasia, thank you so much for your brand new Prime. That is amazing. It's brand new Prime. 6 months of Prime. Sorry, Eridasia. Completely got that wrong. Thank you for your 6 months of Prime. That support is absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. It works. Fantastic. Now fish from bed. That's brilliant. Rose, that's really good. Maybe I don't need to buy so much. Let's buy 600 for now. And that would at least adjust my prices a little bit more. And then the anchorweed. We can always, if it's still a profit, then we can work with these new prices. I'm just going to borrow these ones here. The 40. And then see what happens when I craft this lot. How much have we got? I also need a Kultiran crafting enchant because I've got the wrong thing on here. I've got Shadowlands Gathering, which I need to change over to Kultiran crafting. Let me just check. Browse crafting, because it's only 20 gold. Oh, it's my own. I'm the only one selling it. Okay, I'll have to send it on over. Okay. Because otherwise, with the timing of the Silas proc, I'll never get that done in time. There we are. So let's go back here. I should up my prices. Doc Otter, how are you? Lovely to have you here. Personally use Auctionator and Excel, then that's absolutely fine. If you're comfortable with that, then definitely use that. The only thing with TSM is it just allows you to buy and restock very easily. Yeah, it's a steep learning curve, but it is good. So let's make an enchant. I'm just going back through my list and things crafting wise. Crafting, Culterian crafting. See, I'm selling this for, my normal price is 29 gold. I should up my price really. Let's queue up one of those. Craft it. And then we'll send that one over. Ideally I could have a second pair of gloves if I'm going to do this. So tell you what no, let's just, Druid can wear gloves, can't you? Let me just make you a pair of, you can wear cloth gloves, rather. Let's try a shrouded cloth mittens. It's going to pop those on as well. And send those over. That way you can have your crafting mittens. That sounds good. Where are they? I've lost them. Shrouded cloth mittens. Ooh, requires level 54. I needed to downgrade them. Yeah, do something else. Hold on. Tailoring. I could just make Culterian gloves. That would be easier. Tide spray gloves, and I can't even make tide spray linen mittens because I haven't got those. I've got more shrouded cloth on me at the moment. So I'll do that, and I'll just pop a novice crafter's mark on them, and then we'll make those. There we go. Correct pair of mittens, and we can send them over to, right, where's my mittens? Those ones can go over, and the enchant, Culterian crafting, we'll send that to Awakening. I could always do this, I guess, on an heirloom, but we'll just do it with this one for the moment. There we go. Around fresh level 50s. Crafting armor for fresh 50s, making 125 per item. Using novice marks is so good. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some sales from it. I've only really started doing it today, so I'm looking forward to seeing some good results. I'm being a bit greedy. I'm adding 500 gold to it, so maybe that's too much. But there we go. Just sold a hexweave bag. So let's jump on to the next one. That's the plan. No more trying to get sleepy. Just drop off to sleep. Alright, back to Awakening. We've still got this Silas proc. We've got to make use of this time, which is why we're doing this, yeah. Leather, mail and cloth is good. Plate is a bit more expensive. Yeah, it is. Definitely smooth, George. But still worth doing, I would say. Might as well have all bases covered. It's nice to do the bottom end of the market, as well as people doing legendary rank 4s and all that, which is the other side of things. Let's take those, take the purchases. That should adjust my smart average buy price anyway. Still leaves me with a few I need to do, and then we can check on the price of things once we... Let's get these gloves on first. So we'll wear those. And then we'll put on our character, put on the enchant, transmute primal might. Is that new? What's that? Could be learned by Awakening. Okay, we'll learn it then. And then we'll pop these on our gloves for Culterian crafting. Okay, so we're ready for that. We can't quite make everything on our list, but we can make a good start on it. At least. So we'll use our Silas proc for this. Clear that one. Clear that. Close that. Close that down. Okay. So Silas proc ahoy. There we go. For some reason it seems slow, but it looks like it's picked up speed. We're all right. There we are. Want to buy Covenant home. Oh, let's keep on crafting. Hold on. Anyone who uses Excel and VB formula. VB formula I've not heard of, but when I started my journey into gold making 3 years ago, what did I just sell? Embalmer's oil is sold. 3 years ago, I used TSM and I used an Excel. Visual Basic. Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't used Visual Basic formula, but I do use spreadsheets a lot. And that's how I started, with just learning the price of enchants in Legion. And then I slowly got to grips with TSM 3 over time. But a spreadsheet, if it works, is a very, very solid way of just calculating everything. Okay, we're starting to lose a little bit here. But our average price, that's what I want to look at. Cultura and Alchemy, I want to see the profits changing as our average price changes here. So as we start using up more, the profits should, in theory, go down. And if they start getting to negative points, then we know that we can't feasibly do BFA enchants at this level. They're holding steady, which is promising. Yeah, they're not changing anymore now. So that means I've used up the stock. And it's now using a mat cost of 34. Okay, that's not the market value. That's because it's using what's cheapest there. We'll have to buy... No, that's still not going to help things. How's the Zenithid price? 26 versus 20. Okay, that's fine. The anchor weed's slightly off, so we'll have to add in a little bit of margin. There's only 5 of those, so we can probably afford to make that difference there, I'd say. I thought that was mistakes when I first read that, Mushy. I'm back to making mistakes. I think that's more my territory. But making missives, yeah. Getting their first legendaries, yeah, I think so. I've got on my crafting list some more Grim Veil stuff as well for Samadan. Okay, so I think I can afford to buy the rest of these. Looking at this, I think we're okay for now. So I'm going to, whilst I've still got 8 minutes left on my Silas proc, I'm going to go and grab some extra Zenithid. So we'll browse for that. So we don't have a smart average buy price for these now, so we'll have to look at the market price, which is 20. So we will buy, how much have we got left? 20 in our bag, 17 in the bank. So we'll take all that. We need 600 though, so we probably need to buy 1,000. Average price is 24 gold, the 24,000. And then anchor weed, much as we wouldn't like to buy it at 95, we probably need a couple of hundred at that price and buy those as well. So that's used up all of our gold that we made on alchemy. So we're kind of relying a lot on this selling. So we'll see how it goes. Alchemy. Let's go craft the last of the flask at the end. Just has a couple of 2,500 profit now. So it's definitely gone down. It's not as high as it was. Obviously we had some really good base prices for our anchor weed and Zenithid. Sometimes I wish I had hoarded more than that. To higher ranks. I'm tempted to do the cloak, Will. The cloak and maybe the shoulders. They seem to be the most common ones at the moment. The problem I have is it's going to cost me gold. And I really would like to work my way back up to that 1.7 million psychologically before I start thinking about spending a lot of gold like that. So I'll see how things go. I'm not in a huge rush. Obviously, it would be nice at this stage to capitalise on the rank 4s if I can. So let's just post this lot up. How are we doing now? Okay, Unbridled Fury is below min price, but the others are undercutting competition. Currents. Yeah, that's good profit. That's a small profit. That's a good profit, and Undertow's a reasonable profit. So we'll put them on for that. and we'll see if we can get some sales that way. But the Unbridled Fury is below min price now because that's on the Zenithid side of things. What's the price of one potion? 85 gold. Okay, no, one potion is 85 gold and it's costing 94 gold. So that's okay. That's our margin there. Just within our margin, in fact. Okay, we'll see what happens. We've got hopefully some sales coming in anyway. So how much gold have we got coming in? 28,000 coming in. So we'll get some gold back. We're back to down to 700,000. So that's okay. Alchemy is one of those tricky ones, definitely. Doing one or two to be ahead of the game on them. Yeah, I think the only character that's going to be in a position is going to be Samadan, because the others haven't even got to level 60 yet. So I'm a long way off there on that one. Dragons, good evening to you. Good morning, rather. Or good afternoon. Take your pick. Hope you're doing well. And Catitude, how are you? Checking out our TSM guides. I just wondering if I have a decent operation for transmog. For transmog, Catitude, I tend to use DB region as my main factor when it comes to transmog, because unless it's crafted transmog, in which case I'll add in the crafting operation too to that one. Yeah. Need huge amounts of gold for leather working, for instance. Yeah, I would too, definitely. So yeah, I would say just use some sort of DB region as my base line. Maybe put in a bit of DB market average in there as well. Gonna let that effectively expire by leaving that for the moment. We've got 13,000 here as well, so that's okay. We have got some gold coming in. The thing with transmog is, especially with stuff that I've collected, I'm not too concerned about the price. I just want to sell it as best as I can, really. One of those, lol. Doing well myself. I'm doing very well, thank you. Shadowlands equals BFA to you. Making and disenchanting braces all day long. Managed to level up to 62 days ago. Well, there we go. So you're spending your time where you want to spend your time, and that is making gold. What's my formula for minimum price? Depends on are we still talking about transmog on that side? For transmog, if I look at my group, it is going to be very simple. If I look at my groups, like just transmog that I picked up in dungeons and things that I don't really want to do a lot with, is I just use a region average, old world region average. The kind of stuff that I pick up and I just don't want to bother with. I have ignore variations on, and the operation itself is very simple. 50% DB region market average, maximum price 300%, normal price 110%, and I just throw it on at that. Yes, there we go. I've got a command for it. But yeah, it's very simple. If we're looking at crafting, in that case, then I'd probably look at an average between DB market and DB region market average, and then use crafting as the max there as well. Right, okay, let's just check. Got a couple of things. Gingerbread cookies. We need to make more cookies. Looking at that. Hexy bag, windwall bandages. Okay, let's have a look. My general settings, it depends on what I'm selling. Mainly my stuff is crafted stuff, so I use crafting as my main one. 110% crafting gets used a lot in my operations, certainly. Right, where are we at? We lost our auction house. Let's go this way. Would I use it for Shadowlands gear that drops? Probably, but I'd also bear in mind that the prices change a lot.
Did you want to come in?
Are you coming in, Dodger?
Sure. I came up.
He's not sure.
I was was sat by the door.
Oh, were you? Sorry, I had the door closed.
No, he's not sure what he's doing.
Okay. Dodger's come up, but he's not sure what he wants yet.
Mind a bit?
Have anything
Yeah, yeah.
ancient to trade?
So looking at this,
2 centuries old.
I just leave the door ajar.
leave it ajar. You can come out if you want to.
There we go.
I don't think have I got the camera? Yes, I have got the camera. Hold on.
What's he doing?
Just Dodger on his own at the moment, literally about to disappear. Hold on. There he is. He's got the zoomies at the moment. There we go. I see a kitten. He's just he's got his claws caught in the throat. You alright, Dodger? There you go. Didn't even have to redeem any points for that one. Straight for the kitten camera.
He's upstairs.
Depends whether the other one comes up as well. Whether Jammy's coming in.
Where is he? Is he in here?
You sort your claw out, Dodger.
Oh. Yeah. He's stuck.
He's a little bit stuck. Oh no, he's got these three.
Not stuck at all. What's he talking about?
He was stuck a little bit.
He's talking about we don't believe him, do we? So I wasn't stuck.
There we go. He's better now.
What's he talking about?
There we go. Having fun. Whoops, I moved the wrong window there. Let's put that one back. There we go. And Panon RL, thank you so much for the follow. Pop that over this side so we can make that a little bit bigger. I think they might go back downstairs again. That was a brief appearance of them. Let's make that a little bit smaller. There we go. Jammy's still here. We're just having a wander around at the moment. Right, okay. They are new. They are 13, 14 weeks old, roughly, I think. I don't know exactly how old they are now. But yeah, they've grown a lot since we had them. We had to get them slightly earlier than we would have liked because our whole country went into lockdown, so we had to pick them up at this slightly earlier age. But they've settled in really well. So we've now got Jammy and Dodger to go with Cookie and Oreo. So we have our 4 cats now. Keep forgetting what I'm doing. I think what I really need to do at this point is look at what professions are outstanding at the moment. Fishing has been left to be done. Cooking's okay at the moment. Bastion wise we haven't done, there's still some things we need to do here. In terms of like gearing up and stuff, there's still things we need to do there. Look at that. We're getting the extra item level stuff now, which is quite nice. Up to 164. That's quite nice. Does my Patreon group and operations cover all professions? Yes, it does. Except for, well, it will include engineering. It's just I've done engineering. It's not all the way through yet. And what I do basically is the groups and operations you see me using here on an everyday basis are the ones that I share on Patreon. So we've got enchanting is all this list, including old world enchants. So some professions you'll find are more filled out than others. I've got Shadowlands on everything because I've been working on my Shadowlands professions more than anything else. And then those professions that I've got more depth in, I'll share the full things on those. Others have only got sort of a few other bits and pieces, but over time I'll be building them all up and leveling them all up. Trying to do as much as possible. In fact, let's go over to who I was going to look at, which was El Morte, whose blacksmithing is a little bit less. Jammy's up here still. It's over there.
So's Dodger.
Don't know where Dodger is.
He's here.
Ah.
Just checking.
Because El Morte, his blacksmithing is yet to get to maximum yet. Let's have a look. This is one of the professions. I've got Engineering, dual crafting maxed out on Bridget, that's fine. Leatherworking's practically there. We just need to actually level up these characters as well in order to make the most of these armor crafted professions. Looking at blacksmithing now, yeah, we're only at 68 out of 100. This is one of the ones I haven't fully leveled up yet. So we've got Shadow Steel, Gauntlets and Waistguard are on my main potentials here. They're both currently a loss according to these. That's based on my Shadowgast Ingot and Luminous Flux Elithium. Elithium ore is probably the pricey one, isn't it? And that cost is 160. Min Biote's 145. That's a bit better. There's only one of those though. What's the thing that's expensive here? The Shadowgast Ingot, I imagine. I'm going to have to make a fair amount of that. Crafting cost is 116. That's where we need a bit of every ore to make that. Oxine, Sinvir, Selenium and Phaedrum. So we need to do a bit of shopping for ore if we're going to do that. Let's just move back a little bit. So let's have a look. So, browse ore. We need a bit of everything. Lacerite's expensive. Phaedrum's expensive. Sinvir. So it's only really Oxine and Selenium that are a reasonable price according to these. Oxine's 75. Lacerite's at 19. I was getting that for 11, which is quite good. What's the expensive one here? Elithium, really. Yeah. No problem, musician. Lovely to have you here. So I'm thinking, let's have a look. Let's get a little bit more of this. 126.73. How many Shadowgast ingots can I make at the moment? Let's have a look. We'll use that as our basis, because we have to make a lot of these. I can make 73, which is based on the Oxine ore that I have. So I could make stuff with what I've got already, but let's buy a little bit of this for now. So Oxine ore. How much have we got? 73. So let's buy out a little bit more of that. Let's get the 100 at 70. And then selenium, we have 238 at 26. Let's grab those. Then the rest are all over my average buy price, so I'll leave those off for now. Just make what we can with what we've got for a good price. There we go. Are those all the good ones? Gauntlets, Sabatons, Greaves, Waistguard, Breastplate. I think it is. I can't tell by looking at the tooltip here. That's the main things. Do all four get along with each other? Mainly, I would say 3 get on really well. Oreo gets on well with the kittens. He lets them come up to him. The kittens would get on with Cookie, but Cookie has a very small aggro radius, and she's an elite mob when it comes to cats, so she doesn't like them close to her. So she just tells them to go away. Average is 7.5. That's a really good price, yeah. Valestris, good evening to you. Average user TSM. Recently, the little wheel icon for TSM, the one we find next to the mini-map, has disappeared. TSM seems to be updated and working properly. Any tips as to what may be going on? Do you have all the other wheels, all the other little icons for your other add-ons? Maybe turn all the other add-ons off and just the Trade School Master one on. See if you can see it that way. Lightless Silk is 140, Calcite is currently 190. Yeah, wow, okay. Yeah. Do you just prospect and lacerite only? I think that's what I would do too, yeah. At that price, yeah. Or if you type /DSM. TSM, does it work? Oh, that's a good point, actually. /TSM. Should bring up your main window. I've forgotten about that one. Right, Almonte, you've got some stuff. Make Shadowgast ingots. And then you can make some of these. Yeah, I need several Shadowcast ingots for this lot. So let's make... I need to go over here first and make some. Oh, there's a hide minimap icon isn't ticked. I didn't realise there was even one in there. Let's have a look. Settings. Appearance? Oh yeah, hide minimap icon. I didn't even know there was one. That's a great one, Darkwing. I like that one. Okay.
I know, I'm split. I think. What have you got? No, thank you. Ow.
Ooh.
Come on, you. Let's go back down.
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Need to get a skeleton key going actually, because I'm going to open a lockbox and then I'm going to make Shadowcast ingots because we need a load of these. So I'm going to make 30 because we've got loads of ore here. We need a bit of everything there. You can't get onto this window now. Just try /TSM. Did you install it from the desktop app? Is another good question. Oh, this gives me 2 each time actually. So I'm actually going to make 60 here, which will be plenty for making some more stuff here. That's good. Gives you the output TSM /commands. Okay. In other words, cookies are torty. Basically, yes. Yeah. It was working before. If you use Wild or CurseForge, has something else updated it and not the app? Could be an option there, certainly. Right, those are all made. We can make 8 of these. We're at 2 skill ups here at the moment, 68 out of 100. Where's our next training mark? Because we need 80 to get to next. So, in order to do that, we're going to have to... Waistguard, which is going to be the cheaper to make? Waistguard or gauntlets? Very slightly waistguard, looking at that. We could just do Sabatons because those actually have a profit on them at the moment. I'd rather do Shadow Steel Sabatons if we could and sell those at yellow because that's a profit. So let's try that. Although we do get 2 skill ups with these ones, which is a bonus, but profit is better. There we are. Using add-on manager needs to do the following. Thank you, Darkwing, for helping out there. And if you're on the Discord, there's a TSM help section there. Thank you, Darkwing. You're most helpful. I really want to get the... Well, there's a lot I really want to get here, but... For the purposes of skilling up, looking at this, these would be better because they give me a guaranteed 2 skill ups, which will effectively be half the price of the Sabatons. But the Sabatons give me profit at the moment. I currently have 1 on the auction house, so maybe I should make a few more of those first. So let's start with that whilst it's yellow. Let's get up at least to 70. It's still okay at the moment, so we haven't got to 70 yet actually. Let's try another one. There we go. Now that's gone green, so now we won't do that. Now we'll jump straight up to the gauntlets instead and get ourselves up to 80. Hopefully get us to the breastplate with this one. 74, 76 will probably take off the 2 skill up. Yes, it does. So that leaves us with a slightly tricky 76, 77, 78. There's nothing else we can make here that is going to be useful. So gauntlets it is. And then we are missing more Shadowcast ingots So we now need to make, let's make another 10. Oh, what did they come in? Let's just make the 10 for now. We have to keep making ingots anyway. Baptism, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. We're just leveling up a bit of blacksmithing at the moment. Hopefully to get to the breastplate and the greaves if we can. Breastplate definitely. Then some stuff's behind reputation, so we need to skill up on that anyway. Okay. So we can at least make 3 more gauntlets. Let's try that. 79. Oh, close, but not quite. Didn't get it again that time, so let's get some more ingots going. Another 10. I'm just trying to save some of my ore if I can, the way I'm doing this. And it's going to cost me a fair amount to do this one as well. So looking at this. Doing well. Looks like it dropped in the right time. You just got 100 blacksmithing on your pallet. Oh, fantastic. I really need to be level 60 though. This is good, but in order to make more gold out of this, I'm going to have to go up to level 60. There we go. So now we can at least learn the breastplate. Now we can make... Oh, look at that. The breastplate gives 3 skill ups. That's definitely worth it. I bet you it's expensive to make, though, the breastplate. 1,700. That's not too bad, actually. A slight loss on that one. I'm okay with that for now. It takes 12 Shadowgast ingots. Let's make 1, and then I need more ingots. So we'll go shield. There we go. Let's go 21. Is it 21? We need 7 times 2. Let's create those. That should be fine. We'll go with that. See what happens there. In regards to blacksmithing, reputation-wise, I guess which is the one. So the greaves we get is pauldrons and the helm, undying army and the ascended. Ideally I'd have both of those, but what I would want to get first and foremost is Venari rep to get the Crafter's Mark II. That's going to take the biggest amount of work though, but that will give me more options, I would say, doing that. But the other ones, yes, the same with getting the cloak as well on Samadan would be useful at this stage. Okay, we can get enough to 90. There we go, 1 more there. And the last of this will take us over 90 anyway. Take us to the breastplate there and the greaves. There we go, so the last one is the greaves. Is this even a profit? You're saying a profit on the greaves by a long shot. I'm not sure if that's actually accurate, but we will make some anyway, definitely, because it's a 3 skill up, just to give us to where we need to go. So again, missing some ingots, so have to make, well, let's make everything we can here. We're using up everything we've got. We may not be able to make everything here. We'll make 1. Using up our ore. We need a lithium and lacerite. We've got plenty of those. Those aren't used in the ingots anyway, so we should be fine just to keep going here. We can make 2. 3 skill ups. We need 3 ideally. So we'll do that in the next one. There we go. Look past just getting to 100. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly easy if you've got a little bit of gold on you to get to 100. This at least gets us all the way up. There we go. Right. Shadowlands Master. Blacksmithing maxed out. That was kind of bugging me not having that one maxed out. So at least we can put those on. Just need Crafter's Mark II. If you're a leather worker, just drop the profession. Pick tailoring, skill it up till you can craft Mark II. Craft 1,000 marks and drop tailoring to pick up leatherworking again. Oh, that sounds painful, dropping professions, Elahoof. Really painful. I can see there's probably a logic to it though, but I would worry about that. Okay, we've got a load of extras here. breastplate, gauntlets, Samadan, and all of those can go into the shadow steel selling section. Or might as well pop those on the auction house. Let's see if we can get ourselves some sales with it at least.
2 centuries old.
Posting it normal price. Probably don't need to put all those on, really. That's going to cost us a fair amount, but let's give people options here. And then the last of our Shadowcast ingots might get a profit for those anyway. Not if you have old recipes. Yeah, definitely. If you have old recipes, do not do that, definitely. Are any of them an upgrade for my character? Not these ones, no. Because these all require level 60, and I'm not level 60, sadly. But that's next on the list as well. Things to do. We're currently 52 in terms of our characters. We need to level up. We need to level up mining as well. Mining still needs a bit of work. We are at 78 for mining on this character, so that's another thing to do. Add to the list. We have herbalism almost maxed out. Skinning's maxed out. Fishing needs to be maxed out. So the next one we need to... there's so much to do. We need to level El Morte to 60. We need to level Bridget to 60, and we need to level Earthen to 60. Those are my armor crafters, the ones that can do the ranks of the legendary stuff. So there's lots of stuff we need to do there. I have been leveling whilst gathering on some of those characters, which has been good. Bridget's been trying to do a bit of reputation things, although she's just started really. We just geared her up first. Gearing wise on you, you're 80, so you're not too bad. Still need to do a bit better with your trinkets and things. So there's options here, certainly. We need to get up to 60 though, as quickly as possible. And then we can start doing more with our characters. The main guy that's doing really well so far is Samadan. Whilst I'm here and Alchemy's doing well, I'm just going to drop onto Awakening and make sure that he's all sorted. Bwax, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? Lovely to have you here. Almost there. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for helping, Darkwing. Yeah, the main thing here, the bottlenecks are going to be reputation. Alright, Shadow Core oil sales, good. Right, auctions, more Shadow Core oil, which is good. Need to make some more of that. Let's just take off what's been undercut. A few bits and pieces. More Shadow Core oil. How much do I have left of the Shadow Core oil? 10. Not much. There we are. There we are. Oh, Pwax, thank you so much. Coming straight in with the follow. Then straight in with the brand new Prime. That is brilliant. It works. Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you, Darkwing, for helping. That is brilliant. And thank you, Bwax. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Have a whole load of emotes for you to use. Including all the ones I can't click on. There we go. Thank you. And Valestris, thank you as well. Coming straight in with your brand new Prime as well. The credit goes to Darkwing though. I was merely here. But thank you. And Fistful of Shots, thank you also for the follow. Lovely to have you here as well. That is fantastic. Let me just pop those in. There we go. Missed all of those. We don't need to have a cat camera on now because they've gone. Let's pick up our cancels. We'll post these back on. Got a few sales coming in, which I'm quite happy about because we did spend inordinate amount of gold on our BFA alchemy, and I'm hoping that that actually profits me somewhat. Otherwise, I'm going to feel a little bit poor after all of this. Alchemy is one of those things. You get a load of gold, then you spend a load of gold. You get a little bit more gold, and then you spend more gold. That's very true. Very true. Okay, 37,000, that's good. And we've also got another 16,000 coming in. So hopefully with that reset there, we'll get a few more sales before the end of the night. But that is really good. Done really well so far. So gold is slowly growing, I would say. We are definitely on the up from the looks of things. Not a huge amount, but we are on the up. We're up here, 749. That says 694, but it's roughly about the right. Oh, that's because it's taken the 50,000 from Nadamas, my Horde character. I'd have to take Nadamas off. Where's Nadamas? There we go, if we took you off. That would be more accurate. 694. There we go, that's more accurate. Okay, thank you, Darkwing. So, right, my next streams, it's going to be a bit up in the air. Oh, there we go, Spectral Flask of Power Soul. It's going to be a bit up in the air slightly, with obviously Christmas and things. My next one I aim to do will be a Tuesday evening one, which will be on the, when's that, 22nd. So that one, 22nd, will be my last stream before Christmas. So we're going to do, it'll be a Samadan Beard Baubles and Antlers stream. So watch out for that one. Mark it, alright, so thank you for the Wowhead link. It's all on there. My pleasure. So watch out for that one. So I'll put a tweet out giving you my schedule over the next couple of weeks. So I'll be definitely back for the Wowhead blog next week. But then I'll do a stream on Tuesday, and then that will be my Christmas stream, and then I'll work out my other streams after that and let you know. Oh, look at that, just kicked off a hype train right at the end of the stream. Thank you, Zachary, thank you so much. We had a hype train right at the very beginning of the stream, and got one right at the end as well. Thank you so much, Zachary. It would be rude of me not to hang around whilst that's on. So thank you. We'll just see what we can do here whilst people are here. We'll go a little bit longer as the hype train's here. Thank you so much, Zachary, and thank you Andre DF as well for the follow. That's very kind of you. What I'll do is I'll go on to Samadan and just see what he needs to restock on, just whilst we're letting that run through. And then we'll have a look. Okay, so let's have a look. Samadan. I'll do a restock on here. That's timing and a half. That is. It means we get an extension. Caught up making a kid lunch. That's fair enough. Family comes first. Actually, I hope it was an awesome lunch. Thank you so much with your brand new Prime. Welcome to the Samadan squad. As he cheering 100 bits. Thank you. That is brilliant.
828 cheered. X100, cheering for the last minute hype train.
Last minute hype train indeed. Thank you so much. Alright, I'll go have a look, check on my auctions, and then we'll just do a restock here, because Samadan's probably just needs a restock here. So restock on those. Yeah, Enchanted Lightless Silk. Is it worth it? Isn't it? I'm not sure. I think I will go with that one. Illuminated Soul. Enchanted Heavy Callous Hide. Last we looked at was a no. That's the Creeping Crawler Meat was a no, and then the rest is a yes, except for the Hexweed bag. We can't do that. Don't think we've got enough materials for that, so we can at least restock on those. Where's my hold on, press the wrong button. Hexweave is back. That's off again, and that's off again, and that's off. And then what I wanted to click was task list. There we go. Zana does. Thank you so much for the follow. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Just going to go grab all this stuff from the guild bank. Creeping Crawler Meat. This shouldn't be on there yet. That one. Let's get rid of. There we go. So all of this from the guild bank. Go grab this while we're waiting stuff to go through. Let that finish off. A little bit of bonus extra. Extra 5 minutes to the end. we go. And then we'll make our bolts of netherweave. Craft those. Got to make your netherweave bags for that extra 4 gold. Even though it takes forever to make. I wouldn't be a tailor if I didn't make netherweave bags. So you just got to make sure you cover everything. Right, there we go. Bolts of netherweave done. So we can at least make our windwall bandages. So shadow lace, foot wraps and cuffs. Those are going through. Deep sea bag. A couple of netherweave bags. Cookies I probably have to I need to up the amount I'm crafting. I'm only crafting 5. And I think I probably need to make 20 odd or something. What was I say is the most efficient way to make some extra gold in Shadowlands so far? Efficient. In terms of time, it's probably flipping BOEs if you know those markets well. Because in terms of time, if you've got the gold, it's an efficient use of your time because you're literally buying something and then relisting it on, and that could take you a very small amount of time. But in terms of efficiency, you would actually get a lot from there. I mean, yeah, flipping mats or BOEs would be the thing you can do there in terms of your time, but it requires knowledge and it requires gold, and it also has a large element of risk. If you want to do something in terms of gathering, the best one at the moment would probably be skinning for callous hide, depending on the price on your server, because that's basically just trading your time for putting it straight on. The least efficient is netherweave bags because of the craft time. Yeah, you're not wrong there. It just takes so long. Yeah, don't do what I'm doing, netherweave bags, because those are just way too slow. And then if you want efficiency in terms of professions, it depends how far you've gotten with professions. Professions take time and money to get going. Once you have them going, once they're all set up, then they can be a very efficient way to make gold, because professions, the barrier to entry is in all the setup. Once you've done that and you're just crafting what you sell, then that can be very efficient itself. So it's a multi-pronged answer. I hope that in some way at least helps. But thank you. 2 BOs so far, 20k cut. After cut, I'm just scared. Yeah, I struggle with flipping VOEs. I'm too risk averse, really, and I don't think I know the markets and the classes and the stats that they need as well as I would want to for something like that, certainly. Thank you all for that hype train. That was brilliant. We did a little bit extra on the stream. Thank you all for your last minute support. It really is appreciated. If I don't see you on Tuesday, have a very, very Merry Christmas. If I do see you on Tuesday, then it's a full-on Christmas stream with beard baubles and everything. So I hope you can make it then. Let's see if we can find someone to say hello to. Okay, I tell you what, as it was so much fun last time, we'll do Talvi again, because it made Gwilyn happy last time. So we'll do it again now. And it's nearly Christmas. And she's just finished her last shift, so all ready for Christmas. I think that would be a great way to end it. Don't you agree, Gwilyn? Okay, well, hold on, let me set this up. /raid. This is Mrs. Gwilyn, for those that don't know. Thank you all for such a lovely stream. We will see you again very soon. Until next time, happy gold making, and we'll see you very soon. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Hope to see you on Tuesday.